We'll paste the URL in, and we get a QR code. And we have... That's a dead person. Today, we are finally gonna check out Boisvert after you guys have asked for this for such a long time. I have found a playlist here that is Boisvert in chronological order. And as you can see, we have a lot of secrets to go through in this playlist right here. So we're just gonna start with video number 1 called Take Care by Boisvert. These are troubling times, my friend. During such turbulation, let us focus on the small what? On the small victories. Waking at a reasonable hour. Which is like, what, 6 in the morning? Exercising. Consistently. Ignoring the noises downstairs. What kind of voices? Staying productive. I don't think that... Wait. Didn't they say ignoring the voices downstairs? But then at the bottom here... Because I have seen this video before. This is like a YouTube classic, right? Ignoring the voices. But clearly they are not ignoring the voices, right? He's right here, yeah. Dude, I want to play... I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion. I'm over here stroking my D. I got lotion on my D. I'm straight up joinking my sheet. Sorry, I gotta focus. Do we know what they actually say? Yeah, he is saying something. I gotta stop memeing. I gotta stop jorking around, actually. Do you know what day it is? Oh, wait, is that it? Do you know what day it is? When was the last time you went outside? When did you last see your friends or your family? Is that actually what he says? Do you know what day it is? When did you last go outside? When did you last see your friends? Your family. The only thing we have in the description is just decay. I mean, since this is the first video, let's go for the second one and see if we can like get a clearer picture. This is called Tenant, demo for a game which will never exist. I remember playing this in the Boisvert FNF mod some time ago. Tenant. Oh, on the Nintendo 64? No input, and just aux input. Tenant, wait, it's a Tenant, right? It just says Tenant. Loading. Boisvert presents Tenant. Press start. Who are you? Oriel? Come along, Uriel. There's a job you must do. Oh, it's the exact same thing. You know what to do. Pay him a visit. That is like the exact same thing that I played for in the FNF mod. That is actually so cool that they literally recreated this. The receptionist. Oh, you're back. Your timing is excellent. We have been looking for replacement security ever since you left. It's the exact same thing as the FNF mod. We are evicting a large number of tenants for repeated infractions. Go down to the first floor, evict anyone with an unmarked door. Anyone with an unmarked door. Take this as well. He cut their power yesterday. What does it say? It says, acquired Uriel's flashlight. So an unmarked door. Any door that is unmarked. We have floor 1 and floor... I was about to say, we have floor 1 and floor 2 is above us. We're just gonna ignore that entirely, that we had like a creature on top. Oh, this gives me like good old video game FMV vibes. Use Uriel's flashlight? Yes or no? Wait, I've heard that. Wait. I've heard that sound effect before. I don't remember exactly where I've heard that sound effect, but in like other video games, I've heard that before. So that was the entire video. We actually do have an Instagram video we gotta check after this one. Fake demo created for a fake game. The tenants were giving 6 warnings before you see it to the 7th is the last. We do have a video on Instagram that we actually have check out between the 2nd and the 3rd video. So I'm gonna click on that link right now here and we get taken to this. This almost looks like a boss fight. Yo, hey! Ready up! Ba, ba, ba! I don't know if we can play this music, but if we can, that would be cool. So I believe what we see here is maybe like Uriel fighting their demons, or because we do see like a monster right there. Maybe that's the monster that we saw on like the 2nd floor, or maybe it's something different. This wasn't uploaded. Are they the one who... That is Boisvert. Okay, that is Boisvert. So this is most likely what happened to Uriel or Uriel, whatever you want to name them. That's most likely what happened to them, because they went in to evict the monsters and then they were literally fighting their demons right now. That's actually super, super cool. The next video we have to check out is after the 3rd one. So the 3rd one here is called They Don't Know. I've seen this. This one is banger. This one is so banger. They don't know I love breakcore. They don't know. What would this be like a... Real quick though, how would this feel like at like ×2 speed? They don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just joking around when this is supposed to be like super creepy and scary. I'm literally just like f***ing around. Besides that, do we have anything here? Track credit lurked by... Oh, so we only have like a track credit here. He's really out here busting some sweet moves and they have absolutely no idea. I love it how contemporary art can be horror, comedy, and drama. I mean, this is comedy, right? We went from like one video, Take Care, which is kinda horror-like. Tenant is also horror, and then we just go straight over to comedy. We do actually have an Instagram video we gotta check one more time here. This is from the 3rd video to the 4th video. Oh, 4 notions in sequence despite my best efforts. I know this guy, and once again, it's because I've played the FNF mod. This is where I know this guy from. But otherwise, I can't really make any of this out. Most of the text is cursive, and I'm dyslexic. I am still you could know. I am still you could know. But most of these scribbles I actually cannot read. So we have checked out the Instagram video. The next one we actually have to watch is called burning.mp4. And this one I know as well. I am something? Oh, it's only 144p. The cycle continues? Wake up. Watch them. Why in the something? Do something. Anything. Jesus Christ, he just switched sides. He literally just switched sides.
You're still died. You're part gaming as you. You're still in the base, and buried in flames.
Interesting. I have been reduced to ash. Do we have anyone in the comments that can tell us what it says? Here we go. For anybody who doesn't know about the Doritos/ROM... Oh, are they named Doritos? Are their name literally just Doritos? You still hide. You are decaying as you breathe. You are still in the basement, weathered in flames. What about the rest of the text? Do we have anybody who's like reading this for us? Oh, here we have it. It's been years now. The cycle continues. Wake up, you watch them. You are in the basement. Do something, anything. You still hide. You are decaying as you breathe. You are still in the basement, weathered in flames. So that is actually what they say at the end after this when they get close to the camera.
You still hide.
You still hide?
As you breathe.
Breathe?
You're still in the base.
You're still in the basement.
Weathered in flames.
Weathered in flames. Interesting. I don't really know what to make of this so far because it seems like we have... This is the same character as in Take Care, but we do have multiple characters that also appear in Tenant and they don't know. I want to go for continue. I want to continue with continue to see what we have in here. Hold on. What if this is... We have the tenant. The tenant breaks in the door. You use the flashlight. The security guard uses the flashlight. You see the entity, and then we go down to continue. Not a... Oh, whoa! Dude, they have like such a cool fit. Okay, why does this actually go hard? Why does this actually go super hard? What does the text even say? It's all mirrored. Quit. Continue. Oh. So this guy is continue and the other guy is quit. Why did that actually... That went way harder than it actually should. I can barely see you anymore. It's mostly just a mirror now. We did have like a lot of text that is like reversed here on the screen. Is there some way that we can actually... At 22 seconds, right? Do we have some text here that's like mirrored? What we can do, there is a site called Mirror the Video where we can basically watch what happens here. So if we play this, it's mirrored, it's literally playing the video in reverse. So if we go to where it showcases us the text, right? It says here, rent to me that I have always deluded myself passing off towards myself maybe. However, you are a coward. After coward, which puts an immediate... Do I have to read top and then bottom? Move on the something, anything. Right here? I don't think it makes any... Chat, is this real? I don't think this makes any sense. And it just became more than a foolish as they would have. Have you believed that seeing air? Burning air so I know that my life I have been in my beauty forever. And myself, yes, myself, that I, at least, I don't feel like this is making any sense. Like, it's just hints, color at the end of life. It's going by so fast that I don't really have any idea what it's supposed to mean here. Coward for... It repeats, it keeps repeating. Coward, something else. So it seems like it just keeps repeating like the same 6 feet under, 6 feet under. Something deserved, always have. There is definitely a story or a sentence here, but it's going by so fast that I can't really see it. Maybe if we check the comments in here, maybe someone actually already deciphered it, right? I spent some time reading through the text. There are 33 lines and I've put them all together here. W for glitched koala down here. Rent to me, I have always deluded myself, passing off animosity towards myself. Maybe I do you. However, they were coward after all, cowards who at the end immediately right after hear that the only way that I may, it has become more than apparently as foolish as they would have you believe. I have seen the morning air, so I know that my life and myself, yes myself, that it can all be beauty that I conceal, that it is attainable, that it is not something idle, cowardly dreams. How dare they deceive me? As now I am not as blind as I am not. Filter my will is absolute, and it even if it not, I will even put up a fight. You who has done nothing but keep me in the dark, who would usher me something a day the rest of my life, you buried 6 feet under, 6 feet under, they will be destroyed. And the bottom text is, I am not sure if I can honestly say that I possess, and to me and their cowardice and their regardless, the fact remains that I would kill them. I move on to something, anything other than that horrible fear in which I have lived for decades. Coward as fact or real, blocked tunnel. I have caught the sweet scent of fresh MO. I am in beauty, if not forever, then at least for enough time in my life to know that it is that way. It is disgusting, it is despicable. I want to hate them. It doesn't matter regardless. Hints color at the end. Life bounds beneath the weight of the assertion. How dare you into the slow death of domestically. No, 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 fuck you. Yeah, I will end you today and every subsequent. You will have no hope, not one even crawling your way anywhere near me and my beautiful. Tell myself that until M. The text is written with a monospaced font and each line has 32 characters. There are some holes and some spelling mistakes. Sometimes they have been manually fixed with drawn over overlay where the question mark should be. It means that I'm not sure if I'm correct or where the question mark should be. That is actually insanely cool. Again, I don't really know what to make of this so far. Are we up to date with everything? This was video number 5. Let's go for video number 6 and then see if we can make any sense out of this, because I feel like we have a bunch of different stories. The only connection that I did see is between Tenant and this one. When Uriel basically walks into the room with the tenant, with the monster, we then go over to the continue screen. But why would they suddenly just break down, like literally break it down, is what I'm thinking. I want to go for I met a beautiful angel. Wait, they said 133. What do you mean by 130? Wait, that's something from the Bible. That's gotta be something from the... That is something from the Bible. Hovers. So all of these are Bible verses. Wait, hold on. We do have one here, Romans 3:23. Dude, yes, drip. That guy has some certain drip, dude. Jesus Christ.
A chasm appears upon the face of my watch. My past decapitated. I search blindly for what I will not find.
I wonder if we do have subtitles.
Find it by your own hand, as surely as if you had held the burning garden. 1,000 decisions made in the name of a desecrated existence. Look up from your watch and tell me when you will grant forgiveness to the one most lacking. When it is deserved.
When it is... Interesting. I want to check what these Bible verses actually mean, and we of course have like the goats of this comment section right here. We have, if I could read, I would definitely read that out loud, but I can't read. When I was a child, I used to speak like a child, think like a child, reason like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things. And then Proverbs 20:11 is, even small children are known by their actions. So is their conduct really pure and upright? Romans 3:23, for all I have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Can we check this out again when they start talking here?
A chasm appears upon the face of my watch. My past decapitated. I search blindly for what I will not find.
Wait, that's the angel.
By your own hand, as surely as if you had held the burning pardon. 1,000 decisions made in the name of a desecrated existence. Look up from your watch and tell me when you will grant forgiveness to the...
Look up from your watch and tell me when you will grant forgiveness to the one most lacking.
One most lacking. When it is deserved.
When it is deserved. The closest thing I can say here is that maybe the person that is floating around with the arms, they have died. I mean, this is as literal as it can be, but that's what I understand from this. The person floating around with the arms have died. They are a man of God, which is why you have all of these like Bible verses here. And when you see an angel, they actually see this angel before them. That's the object with all of the arms, the mouths, and the eye, the object that is whispering for us right here. This is the angel. So maybe this is the hour of judgment for this soul here, and not Undertale, Ultrakill reference. Maybe this is the hour of judgment for this person here. Maybe they didn't live life the way that they wanted it to. As you can see here, even a small child is known by their actions. When I was a child, I used to speak like a child, think like a child, act like a child. But when I became a man, I did away with childish things. So we're talking about a person who never really grew up and never really became mature. And now they are being judged after they died and after they are in limbo, I can imagine. That is the closest thing that I can get from this. Reading through the comments, I don't really see anyone deciphering what the angel says at the start, at the end. And even if I slow it down all the way, let's do like 0.5. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Something about the joy you don't understand. What about the ending down here? The only thing I heard was get out. Other than that, I don't really understand it. Let's go for the next video, which is The.Complex. This might also be related to the video game itself. It is quiet. They are all far away, and so it is quiet. Okay, that's cool. That is so creepy. Don't breathe. It will ruin it. It will ruin it? Don't breathe. You will ruin it. It is quiet. It is quiet. Is the time is going back? No, the time was going backwards. The quiet will hold on. The quieted God's rage? The quilled God rages. The quilled God rages and destroys the rope. The quill god rages and destroys the rope which held him aloft. The quilled god rages and destroys the rope which keeps them aloft. You won't talk to them anymore, and so what? You won't talk to them anymore, and so it is quiet. Is this what you see after you die? Is this what you see? Did we get some text that was like blurred out, right? If we go back to after this section here, we did have like some text that was blurred out. after they start tweaking here. We do have like all of this text here, but maybe it can be deciphered. Maybe there's an algorithm to this that somehow, this is video number 7. We do have a couple of Instagram videos that we actually have to check out, but do they say anything? The Quilled God rages and destroys the rope which held him aloft. Now, I do not know who the Quilled God is, but I don't imagine it is the white figure with the cloak, the Teru Busu looking dude in the video. The only rage I can imagine is the floating figure with the spiky head from I Met a Beautiful Angel. So the person that died is what we believe, right? And the quiet dude, he seems to be some sort of observer in this lore, unless he has an ulterior motive. I am not sure if that's to theorize. Oh wait, is this the text here? They are all far away and we won't talk to them anymore. That makes me imagine that there was some kind of falling out or conflict between the two parties. Whoever the other them is, the Quilled God, there was some kind of schism between them. Now this quiet guy just reveals in how silent it is, I guess. I don't really know what to make of this. The description, they say a lot about watching the videos and so on. We have someone who made the sound design. There's a Patreon here and so on. I wish I could somehow like decipher this text here, but it seems like I don't think it's an algorithm. I think this is supposed to be obfuscated for a reason, and it doesn't seem like you can actually decipher this in any way. But we do have an actual video we have to check out because we're on video 7 now, and between 6 and 7 this happens here. Recorded jailing the something he just held the reliable note. I wish I could read. Sometimes I really wish that I could read. This is the overgrowth, the bastardization of his childhood dreams. First self-portrait in the last year. Wait. The bastardization of his childhood dreams. Could that be like the floating white figure in I Met an Angel? I don't know if that could be. But a lot of this text here, it scribbles. It's like low quality. I can't really make anything out of it. We do have like some Windows icons. We have some UI elements here in the background. And if you're a Pokemon fan, there's an unknown right there. So maybe this means that we're on a PC. He's on his pewter. He's on his pewter, just straight up pewtering. We also have another Instagram post we gotta watch between 7 and 8, which is right here. And this is... Wait, we have more unknowns. We have seen these symbols again. Like, these symbols we have seen over and over again. And if we go back here to, like, the first tab, right? We do see this person appear right here on screen. But what is this? Is this just supposed to be a monster? Character reference sheet from the recent animation. Expect to see more of this guy sometime in the future. I quite like him. I mean, we have seen them walking around, but we haven't seen them turn into like a literal monster here with all the legs and arms we have down here. I want to go for the next video. The next video is, what is this called? It's called DeepWebHeatWave.files.vid.xtk. What if that's that's not a website. I thought there was a website for a moment. Hold on, we actually do have a website here. Heatwave, we do actually have a website here. Unregistered archive. I don't know if we can probably open that. I remember a lot of these people. I remember QR code. Hold on, QR code. You already know. Oh, wait. We have something in here. Hold on. We have a lot in here, actually. We actually have a lot of QR codes that appear down here. We have multiple QR codes. Hold on. This was one of the QR codes. A Mario tattoo. Literally a Mario tattoo is one of the QR codes. But it seems like it's kind of looping. It seems like the QR codes are kind of looping. So maybe it's a set amount of QR codes. I do have a document open over here that basically helps us a little bit. But I don't want it to be, you know, too much of a help. I want to like explore a lot on my own. This was the image that I actually saw on my phone. When I scanned it the first time, this was what I saw. But I actually do want to go past the other QR codes and see if we do have any other secrets in here. Maybe it may just be like meme images, or it could be something completely different. It doesn't allow me to do this QR code, but if I do one more forward, it gives me a YouTube link. So it gives me the link to The.Complex. And we just watched The.Complex. The.Complex is the previous video. That's what it gave us. If we go one more forward, it gives us another QR code, and that opens up in Google Chrome. So the one QR code I just scanned literally just gives us this image right here. It doesn't really tell us much. Even if I brighten it up, it's just like a guy hunched over. Maybe it could give us something if we like try to brighten it. What if I open up Photoshop, right? I like how my Photoshop is just like, yeah, we got like a bingo sheet. We got like tung sahur. We have a StanleyMOV passport. Don't look at my Photoshop, guys. My Photoshop is like very sacred. What if I try to like make this brighter? There's no data in between. Like literally there's no data inside of it. If I try to brighten it, it gives us nothing. It straight up gives us nothing. The only thing I want to do is like, maybe if we go back and do like another QR code. The next image actually just gives us this one, a guy with multiple appendages. But are they supposed to be the same guy as the one in the white ghost sheet? The guy who looks like a ghost almost? Copy image. What if we open this on Photoshop again? Maybe we can find anything in here? It's a very low quality image, so I don't think we're gonna get much out of it. I don't think they actually have a head. So we have a person here with actually 5 arms and no head. Because as we increase the brightness, what is appearing is something in the background. So we have a decapitated human being. What else could we have in here? Another YouTube video, that is continue. We have already seen continue. Let's go for the next one. The next one is the image that we'll go for later. There is one with a knife and a lot of codes, and I want to decipher that and see what's actually inside of it. The next one is I met a beautiful angel. So most of these are actually references or videos that are already uploaded on Boisvert. Then we have just randomly sprinkled in there the Mario hand tattoo for just like shits and giggles. For the next one. Oh. Holy Jesus Christ. Guys, brace yourself because the next one is like a little bit shocking. Just for Twitch staff, this is not nudity. It's not. It kind of looks like a nude flesh of something. But we have some guy hunched over. I really don't know what's happening, but then we do have the creature in the background. I don't know what the name of this creature actually is. But I don't like the chat is saying gyat. Can you stop saying gyat, everyone? We have someone that is hunched over. Maybe they got their back blown, back shots, back burner. Maybe something happened to them. And then we do have just the, I don't know, again, what their name is. We do have the creature that we saw in the first episode that is just standing there looking over them. Maybe we can try to brighten it up, but I don't believe we're gonna get anything out of that. Brightening the image gives us nothing. And if we darken the image, it's just gonna make it even harder for us to see what's going on. So we just have a ominous looking image here. We're back to looping all the QR codes. So we have basically been through everything in here. But what I want to do is I want to grab this one with the hex codes. This one has a lot of codes inside of it. And from what I can see, this is hex code. And what does the hex code mean? We should decipher that. It says, I will come for you. It's what he would have wanted. So it's basically a threat. This person here is threatening us on this website. That's what's inside of the QR code. But it makes sense when we literally have the knife here. I will come for you. It's what he would have wanted. But what we don't know is who is he in this case here. Is he the triangle-shaped guy? Like the Oh, I was just about to say a slur. You know that triangle. I can't really say that. The triangle guy. Maybe the triangle guy is the one that's coming for us. Otherwise, I don't really know in this case. But we do also have the website link that we see at the start here. And I don't know if that's like a real actual website. We have it on the highest possible quality. But it's showing us heatwave. What? Maybe we can try and find this because it's called unregistered, right? If we take what this one is called here, what I believe I can see is heatwave.xtk/unregistered/archive. And the problem is I can't really read all of the identifier. I can see XT7, is that OND? Maybe it's ONDF36R, and the last one could be a V or a... I think I got it, dude. So the website in itself doesn't actually exist. Oh, wait, someone here. there is a fandom link that basically shows us it. So if I go in here, they say a user inputs heatwave.xtk unregistered on the web itself to access a mysterious page. But if I try to do this here, if I open up a incognito window and I try to put this in, it says the page cannot be seen, like the site cannot be reached. So this is a fictive web page in this universe we have here. So going through all of the QR codes, I don't believe we actually have to check out what is inside the comment section, because I believe we have checked the link, we have checked the QR codes, we can actually just move on to Entirely Beloved. Did he just tweak out again? Oh, we're back in the corridor. We're back in the basement, right? And now when we turn the corner...
I have seen it. I have heard of it. To draw near without reprisal. Bridge the chasm. I have sought you out.
We're going even further down.
But it is to no avail.
I have sought you out, but to no avail. What's the reason to, like, seek someone out? What's the reason for this?
I am immobilized. And when you come near, detaching yourself from those with everything.
There he is again.
You will see in my eyes.
You mean
Fear.
fear?
Fear.
Pure. Oh, it says love. That's love. I feel like, from what I gather so far, this is like religious. I don't know why, but it's religious in a sort of way. And the reason why I say that is because when we go over to the statues that we have over here, right? The statues we have right here is basically heaven and hell. We have an angel and we have a devil, someone that has a weapon and someone with wings. So the white void, like the place that we are in, could be, I don't want to say back rooms, but you know how back rooms is like a transitional space, like liminal spaces, and back rooms is like a transitional period between one place and another. And we may be in some sort of limbo. Maybe we're being judged. Someone in chat says purgatory. This could definitely be purgatory, because we are in a transition, being judged before we're actually either sent to heaven or hell. And maybe this is our trial, this is our judgment, going through all of these stages here, seeing all of these creatures, going through all of these tasks here, before we make our final step to our final destination. To be. That's the only thing it says here. Do we have like any translations in here? The fact that pure, fear, and love are shown at the same time really fucked my brain. But pure, isn't that just French for love? I want to see, like, what do they say at the start here? I feel like it's gibberish. It's most definitely gibberish because I don't understand any, not because I don't understand it, but it's gibberish. The only actual speech we have is later on when the triangle guy is basically explaining to us what we're doing here, I believe. I want to go for the next one. Wait, before we do that, is there anything other we gotta check out? We're on video number 9 now. We went through number 8. We're on number 9. We have to do something at number 10. The next video we're gonna check out is called Consequences. They are way singing in pain. Wait, let's watch the video first. That's triangle. That's triangle. But they're trapped. It seems like they're trapped. Video feed offline. Wait, there's a QR code. These subtitles are definitely...
Decline. Isolation. That embedded itself beneath my hearth. I can repudiate
home is a
It
grave,
is cold.
which means that you died. Oh, so I'm actually kind of right here. Your grave is your home, meaning that you died, which means that we can most likely be in purgatory. But it depends on which person's POV we're seeing this from. Are we seeing this as a person, like our POV? Are we a person basically going through purgatory, or are we just a fly on the wall? Are we just like an invisible observer in this case here? Sender text says video feed offline. We do also have a QR code if I can scan that. It opens a YouTube video to an unlisted video from 3 years ago. The video has no name. It's just dot. And the description is also just dot. Everything is dot. It is not a guarantee within anyone's life. Anyone unfortunate enough could go through life without ever feeling love. Anyone unfortunate enough could go through life without feeling love. It would be an entirely alien concept to them. As we grow closer to the core, the words become harder to say. Soon I will be silent. It will be better that way. Continue? Continue. Continue. There was an icon in the upper left corner. That was most likely maybe just a watermark. There was an icon that appeared briefly, as you can see here. Maybe that has a meaning. I'll screenshot this just in case we'll actually see it later. I don't know if it has meaning, but I'll keep this safe over here just in case. The fact that only 60k people have seen this is actually insane, dude. What does the comment say? I can't help but feel like the character story is some allegory for depression. The words, the rope placement, the line in The.Complex about God casting off the rope held aloft. But we also do have the different Bible verses about a person acting like a child. So if we kind of put this together, what if we have a child that was never loved and they didn't really grow up with any parents caring for them, which is why they didn't experience love and why they didn't mature. So now when they're gone, why are they going through all of this? That's what I'm thinking. Because if you put it all together and it's not just like separated videos, we can definitely have a child that went through life without experiencing love from anyone or their parents. And when they suddenly die, suddenly, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, but it would, I feel like they're actually kind of right. I feel like they're actually kind of right. Because if you think about it for like a second, right? What if we have a child that was neglected by their parents? You know, the parents didn't love them, the parents didn't give them any attention. When they act like a child and they don't have any support, when the support system fails them and they grow up, they will grow up in a childish way. They will never mature. And if depression takes over, you know what happens. So what we're seeing now is them going through purgatory because they decided to take the easy way out. And now they basically have to be judged before they can either go to heaven or hell. I think I got it. Guys, am I on to something? Am I cooking or am I cooked? I think I might be onto it. I think I might be onto something. And we can even see here that it's linked in our playlist. So we didn't really have to like watch the video, or like we didn't have to scan the QR code. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to Missing because we already watched this one. This was the video that we literally just went through. So let's go through Missing real quick. Okay, that didn't really give us a whole lot. This is also unlisted. What's the reason for this being unlisted? There is an Instagram post we actually have to check out, but maybe we kind of cheated a little bit here. Because this Instagram post here has a couple of things, right? It says missing. So maybe we watch this video instead of actually solving the puzzle, but we can still go through it and solve it. So we have a poster that says missing with an accompanying QR code. If we scan the QR code here, it will lead us to the video. So that's not really much of a puzzle. Something is missing. So this QR code will lead us to it, but we also have for more information down here. So we have to pull out once again our hex to just like normal text website. So we have 7A, 61, 79, and 67. What we have here is another Imgur link. I'll click on this, new tab, and we'll paste it in. What if we have Morse code. We have Morse code in the upper left corner. You can see that, right? We have Morse code telling us a story that we also have to basically translate. But from this image, only 1,000 people have seen this image. What I gather from this is basically what I said before. Someone took the easy way out. I can't really say much because of YouTube and guidelines, but they took the easy way out. What we can do is try to translate this to the best of our abilities. So what we get is this here. He walks in circles guided. He walks in circles guided by fear. But could fear be love? He walks in circles guided by love? Or he walks in circles guided by fear? But what does that mean in sense of we just watched this video here? Because that is the chair. Like, what we're seeing is the guy in the chair sitting here. He walks in circles guided by fear. We can go for the next video. The next video is called Prelude Angel's Warning. Before we watch it, I want to check. So this is available on... This is public, so we can check this out. Oh, wow. The quality on this has changed so much. So this was the angel we saw in the previous video. That is the angel.
And it was said unto them that this was the price to be paid, a complex unending, but there beyond all measure.
That was the chair, the chair.
They wept, not in sorrow, but bitterness.
Are they talking about the parents?
And it was said unto them that this was the price to be paid, a complex unending, but there beyond all measure. In despair, they wept, not in sorrow, but bitterness, the avarice of their blind promise.
Ow! Wait, hold on. What does it say? Consider what? Consider my next words carefully. I will speak half-truths no longer. I leave you with only a question. When does home become a complex? When does a complex become a home? The guy who just appeared is the one who saw the angel. If we go back into I Met a Beautiful Angel, the person flying around here, that is us. If we say that's our, like, we are the person that died and we saw the beautiful angel. But why are we speaking in half-truths? That is us. What if we made a deal with the devil? We got more Morse code. I think this is the wrong way around, because if I just put it in, it says we dems. Maybe it's an anagram? What does this mean? Because when I just pointed in here, we dems me become completed. When does he become... Oh, wait, it just says, when does home become a complex? And when does a complex become a home? I think that may be what the Morse code actually means. A complex becomes a home when you no longer fight against it. And a home becomes complex when you can't decide not to give up or just give up. What do they mean by complex? Do they mean as in like an apartment complex? Do they mean like, if you take an apartment complex, you could say that it's a transitional period. It's not a, I mean, people do live in an apartment complex, but that is not your final decision. That's not where you want to stay forever. It's like a transitional period. You're in the complex, because you are financial troubles, personal troubles, maybe you can't afford anything better, maybe I feel like living in a complex, when I see a complex, I see like gray industrial buildings, like concrete. I see concrete buildings when I hear the word complex. Nobody would stay in a complex just for the sake of staying in a complex. Like, it's a transitional space. You are inside a complex because you can't move forward, or you can't afford anything better, or maybe it's something different. A complex, I would say, is something negative. When does a complex become a home? Well, that is when you accept and understand your circumstances and you are happy for the place that you're in. But when does a home become complex? And this may be looking at it a little bit too literally, but a home becomes complex when you're not satisfied. When you're not satisfied with the situation that you're in. When you're not satisfied of the situation, that just means that you're like dissatisfied. But the question is, what is the outcome? When you're not satisfied with your home being a complex, what will you do to change that? Will you just accept the fact, or will you do something drastic? We do have a couple of Instagram posts we have to check before we check video 14. This is the first one here. It's high time he got a reference sheet. I really like this guy. He's so cool. And the next one we gotta check is this one down here. That is the throne, right? Assorted sketches. This is the throne that we saw in that one video. And then breaking it down. We have a castle as well. Why did someone just say, damn, he thick? I mean... okay, we're gonna go back to the videos. The next one we have is zoning ordinance. This is after continue. At the end of continue, we have these two people and one of them gets stabbed. But they don't look... I mean, yes, that is him. That is him! And that makes sense when we also got the knife. We also got the knife earlier that we translated. He told me to do it. Basically, we have gotten a couple of threats alongside some of these hidden messages. So this is the outcome. We saw the knife, we translated it. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it said something like, you know, I'm gonna do it. He would want me to actually do it. And now we see the outcome of what is happening. That is the chair that we saw earlier, the dancing. So they're trapped. That's the road we saw earlier as well. So we're basically going all the way back home. You killed him. But you weren't supposed to kill him, right? Yeah, you weren't supposed to kill him. Dude, every single anime fight scene ever made. So we fell down now. Are we in purgatory? We're down with the triangle guy. You? Wait, hold on. We got actions here. So this is still inside the video game. You enraged a dog versus basement? Does it say base? Absent. Him is absent. Actions. Actions? Wait, what actions are we looking at? So we're killing the dog? You can attack... Actions attacks 5 days ago and items. Unlimited recalcitrance? Beguiling teeth? Eternal foray and knife. So are we dead now?
Can you picture an empty room with yourself at the center?
Picture an empty room with yourself at the center.
Answer me quickly and honestly.
I mean, yeah.
Can you picture an empty room with yourself at the center?
But the room is not empty if I'm at the center.
I don't know.
The room is not empty if...
There's still enough space in the hallway to continue. I don't know. The complex is an aberration, yet you have treaded a hole within yourself that only it may fill. Do you know what you must do? I don't. Cry out. Cry out. For there is slaughter in the New Jerusalem.
So this is...
Cry out.
This is religious.
So that one may ignore.
I have wanted to... Wait, what? I have wanted to know you in this way for so long. So we have a face now. Morse code. Morse code. Morse code at the end. Morse code at the end. Oh, we can copy YouTube subtitles. Let's go. Goodbye and hello. An ending, a continuation, a beginning. This must imply it's an ending for one. It's a continuation for someone else. And it's a beginning for another one. So that means that it must be a continuation for our pyramid guy. An ending for the sock puppet. And a beginning. No, we also have this guy. What happened with our sock guy? Because this guy, he dies. Which means it's an ending for him. It's an ending for him. And it must be a beginning for our pyramid guy. For our pyramid head down here. Which means it's a continuation for our sock puppet. Because when he goes back up, he freaks out, he goes back up, and then he grabs the sock, or like the ghost. The reason why I say sock puppet is because the next clip you see, it's a sock puppet. Here's the sock puppet. They don't die, but it's a continuation. Or it's a beginning, for them. The Morse code at the end says goodbye and hello, possibly saying hello to the quilled god, which I assume he is, and it isn't just no, I'm referencing to the person from Continue, and saying goodbye to the creature that quilled the god was fighting. I really don't know what to make of this. But you can't picture yourself in an empty room with yourself in the center. That's not possible.
Answer me quickly. Can you picture an empty room with yourself at the center?
The room is not gonna be empty if you are at the center. But what is the meaning of this question? Does it have any significance for us? I get it now. He's reborn. We're reborn, right? Because as you see here, our friend that died, the fight in Continue, basically, the guy who selected quit or continue. Quit falls down into the hole here, and Pyramid Head basically starts eating them. One thing that I noticed is that this character, like this point of view where we're seeing from, sees themselves as a dog. I don't know what meaning that has. But as you can see, the knife here, it falls down into the hole, and Pyramid Head is basically reborn. They're basically consuming the skin of this person here. They die, is what I would say. And now we are actually inside of Purgatory. We're in the unknown. And as we answer these questions, which is why this is a beginning. We're reborn. This is a beginning. Once we grab this face, we're reborn, we fly up, and then... So who dies? We don't see the wolf guy, the guy with the knife. We don't actually see them die, so that could just maybe be a continuation. But I do believe that Pyramid Head is the one that is reborn. But with that, we have like 1 or 2 more Instagram posts we have to check out before we can go for ashes.mp4. So the first one is right here. Oh, cry out. Angels of the Complex. But that means that the Complex is somewhere inside of Limbo. What is the next one we have to check out here? Oh, wow. Holy shit. Wait, does that mean that we're getting introduced to a new character? The ceaseless mobility of the heart. Maybe we're getting introduced to another character. Let's go to ashes.mp4. So this is like a regular human being, normal human being. And then we do have a creature here. Talk. It almost looks like a Wendigo. There's a lot of numbers. Wait, who's this? Yeah, he's new. Who's this guy? There's a lot of numbers here on screen, but I don't really understand that. What does it say here? 2 uncontained large trees are burning. A type 1 incident management. Fire contained. That's not a rope, is it? Oh! QR, everybody. QR, you know what time it is? QR opens a YouTube video. This one is also unlisted. The QR code leads to a video that has some Morse code in the description as well. If we open this... So someone got hurt real bad. Maybe that's because of the Wendigo?
Why don't you go where you can see and you can follow?
That's
It's a hard, tough pill to swallow, but in time you will see that there's so much more of me.
I believe that is sign language, but before we try to interpret that, we do have a bunch of Morse code in here that I want to open up real quick. Translating the Morse code doesn't really give us anything. I add smar that it keeps happening in this aid. It is easier life. Something pray will eventually for something. Maybe someone already like translated it in here in the comments. For those who don't fully understand English, the lyric, I mean, that's just the song lyrics. Why don't you go where you can see and you can follow? It's a hard, tough pill to swallow, but in time you will see that there are so much more of me. Do we have anyone who's looking at the sign language here? Because I can't interpret that. I translated the Morse code. I am sorry that it keeps happening in this way, but it's easier like this, and we pray that it will eventually be for someone. The hands say, if you want it, go find it, over and over again in American Sign Language. So if you want it, go find it, combined with the song. What does that mean? If you want it, go find it.
Why don't you go where you can see and you can follow? It's a hard, tough pill to swallow, but in time you will see that there's so much more of me.
But there is so much more of me. But if you want it, go find it. What does all this mean? I feel like this is a hard one to understand as well. Someone in chat mentioned that we saw this guy in the beginning. We saw them in episode 1, and I'm pretty sure I remembered that as well, right? This is our main guy in episode 1. So that makes sense. I think the only thing we can do is go for the next video. We have already watched this, right? This is the one we just saw. Do we have any more secrets? I don't know if the next one called Narrowing, if that's a secret. Narrowing is not a secret, so we can actually just go for that straight away. Why is it like JoJo reference? It kind of reminds me of like all the menacing text. Oh, speaking of text. Frankly, it isn't worth your time. Yes, he thinks like that. He always has and he always will. Screw him. You have completely missed the point. After so many attempts to show you, it's impressive, really. Enough of this. If you had something to say to me, then say it. I have endured these half measures for years now. You already understand. It will kill you. I will kill you. I will crush your head against the pavement. I almost killed a beautiful dog earlier today and took a break to last a lifetime. I can't keep indulging in this. There was something at the start. At the top, I mean. To escape. Something to escape. Where has he gone? What have you seen? What is wrong? ... It is all which has transpired. An empty glass with the pessimist? An empty glass with the pessimist dead on the floor. As hard as it may be to believe, he is still burning. I will bite off the entrapped limb. This has only ever been for his sake, 67 days ago. We have more sign language right here. So it says, it hurts more frequently now. I have a failed vow of silence to contend with, and I think I could crush the feeling between my two back teeth. You know where to find them. You make me sick, I don't care. I believe you? I could blind you. Smiley face. So we have some storytelling with this person here. No sign language in the first time we asked him. But the second time we asked him, we do actually have sign language that appear, and the same with the third time with the smiley face. What does the sign language mean? Here we have it. ASL set number 1. The question they asked him remains unanswered. And question number 2. He has moved past me, not beyond me. He has moved past me, not beyond me. And what did we say here? He has moved past me, not beyond me. But if he has moved past me, not beyond me, that's gotta be in reference to another character, right? But the question is, which character is it? Is there something we're missing? We're on video 17 now. If you made a horror game with enough attention, it'll blow up. Honestly, if they just made a game just like the first one up here, the Tenants would actually be super cool. Before we move on to the next one is a QR code. I don't know if this is... We'll have to find this. The QR code we'll have to find one way or another. But before we do that, there was a couple of things I missed here in Ashes. We do have a lot of hex code in the middle of the screen. And what the hex code means is, the first line is will scratch M. Fourth line, LLY quite PAO or POW. Couldn't read the rest. The QR code leads to video 16, which we already have watched. So we do have to find out how to get to the next video, because the next video is a QR code. How do we find out how to get there? We do have an Instagram post, and the Instagram post here... Oh, never mind. Hold on, here we go. That leads us to the secret video. But before we check the secret video, we should most likely translate the hex code here. It's a YouTube link. We're searching up a YouTube link. So that gives us a YouTube link right here. And when we go to this YouTube link, is it gonna be the same as the... Oh, this is different. This is entirely different, actually. Hold on. So what are we getting here? That's What we just heard is Morse code. That's Morse code. Straight up, that's Morse code. The background noise is indeed Morse code. It says found. We gotta go for the QR code as well. I feel like we're going deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh, for a second I thought that it was a heart, but I'm pretty... There are secrets. There are secrets inside of this. Okay, I'll send this link to myself real quick. The image that we got is this one here. And you see we have like a couple of black spaces. And I believe that those black spaces may hide something. Because what we see here is a mask and a face. And where do we remember this mask from? In the video with the top 10 anime fights. When the one guy is thrown down the hole, we have Pyramid Head that basically takes the guy, they get a knife in their eye, then they go into the white space. And where they're asked, can you imagine yourself in an empty space with yourself in the middle? And then they take off their face and put it on themselves. But we do have a couple of black spots here that I actually do want to open up in Photoshop and see if we do have anything in here. Because maybe, just maybe, we're gonna find... Ah, god damn it. I was hoping we're gonna find something hidden inside of it. But even like increasing it all the way, making it as white as possible, even if we do it one more time, there's nothing in it. There is straight up nothing in it. We do have one singular number up here that does say 95. And that is the only kind of reference we have in here. We came from this video that gave us a QR code. We have the Morse code that says found you. And then if we go back to this tab, we do have the QR code in the upper left side corner. And the QR code does in fact lead us to this one, which also has a QR code in the thumbnail itself. So let's watch this first.
Driven, entice, annex, driven, matriarch, entice, nearest,
QR link.
water, annex, light, kinship, interior, nearest, ghastly, water, heat, annex, turning, water, interior, light, rescind, entice, matriarch, annex, interior, nearest, rising, overt, matriarch.
Let's check the link first. So we have an Imgur link here one more time. Let me open up a new tab here for you guys. N0OKG. It's a big W. This should be continue. So we have an X. And this has only been seen 1100 times, guys. We are on uncharted territory right now. And what does the QR code actually give us? The QR code gives us a GIF, and inside the GIF, we have more Morse code. We are going so insanely deep right now. I'm not even kidding, dude. Inside of this here, we have a Morse code that keeps on looping over and over again. But we have to find a way to stop it in order to translate it. I found a way to split up the GIF into different frames itself. So there is a way for us to actually translate this now, but it's gonna take us some time to actually do it. I think I got it. So I probably made a couple of mistakes. I most definitely made a couple of mistakes, but I got as much of the Morse code as possible. And what I'm hoping, if I just drag and drop, copy paste this into Google, maybe Google would correct me for me. Google will not correct it for me, because I tried as much as possible to basically translate this Morse code in this GIF here that we found on, what was the website again? We have this website here, this Imgur, but maybe we can use the comments. Where did we get this GIF from? We got this GIF from Discontinue, right? Are we sure about this? This Continue gave us this, but where did that come from? Did that come from here? Oh god, dude, I am so deep in this rabbit hole right now that I have no idea. We came from this right here. Before we move forward, maybe the comment section can actually help us here. I have gotten to the Morse code and I think I can translate it. Here's what I got. It's a more permanent answer. We cannot leave this place without giving something up. This is you. So again, that could be purgatory. We cannot leave purgatory without sacrificing something. And that something is us. We have been through this. Now it's a matter of translating what they say in here. So if I open my transcript, I can imagine we take the first letter of every single word and then we try to figure out what that actually means. This is what I got. Daedman walking with Paimane room. What about the comments? Oh, it's dead. It's entice, not... It's etice, not itice. Dead men walking. What will remain? Room. How far are we into this rabbit hole right now? I feel like we have the QR code on the actual. So we're gonna do YT thumbnail downloader. We'll open this one up here. We'll paste the URL in and we get a QR code. Perfect. Now I can use my phone here. We can take a photo of it and we have... That's a dead person. You remember we saw the mask before, right? I think the mask may have done this. I'm quite sure the mask did this. We saw earlier this image of a mask here basically showed up. And the next image we got, we had 95 in the corner. The next image we got is this one here. I do not see a number anywhere. There are no numbers, but we do still have the rectangles. So that means that there could be something hidden inside of those rectangles. So I'm still gonna open it in Photoshop. We're gonna open it in Photoshop, new project, paste this in, and then let's see if there's something hidden in the shadows. So that is just a dead body. That is straight up just a dead body. You can even see, like, when you try to brighten it, you can see there's a square over their face themselves. But we don't have anything hidden inside of the black boxes. So the black boxes might have been used to, like, redact some information. Maybe they're giving away too many clues. Maybe it's showcasing something that we can't, like, that we aren't allowed to check out or aren't allowed to watch. I don't know what I'm supposed to believe in this rabbit hole here. We went from this video, which came from narrowing, right? No, this came from the Instagram post. We have the Instagram post here that gave us narrowing, and it also gave us the axe, and the axe basically showed us the other one here. Okay, all right. We can actually move forward now. If we close down all of these here, we can go from the QR code. We have seen this one, which means that we can finally move forward to a love letter. Jesus Christ, dude. He locked in. For 1 second, he's straight up just locked in. That's the knife again. This could low-key be a Travis Scott music video. Straight up, dude, this is a Travis Scott music video. Attack, attack. We'll go through the video frame by frame.
Your ideals will cost us everything. It will not matter when we speak. It will not matter when we sing. This is the only way in which it matters.
Oh god. I believe this is what happened after the anime fight. After the first anime fight we saw, where the guy was thrown in the hole and our pyramid guy was reborn.
Why are you still here? Why do you still call this place home? I am owed nothing. Where is your song? What of your wings? They are forfeit. And there is nothing more to say.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude! Oh, You got backstabbed. Oh, you actually... Oh, shit. So, he's dead. Is he dead again? He just got reborn. ASL. Oh, shit. This is French. Ew. But he just got reborn. We saw in the previous anime fight that he got reborn and now the dog essentially killed him. We're gonna have to go through the video one more time so we can find all of the clues. We have... Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, that is horrifying. We have QR code number 1 here. I don't know if both QR codes are the same, but we have a YouTube video. And I'm pretty sure the YouTube video that we have is this one right here. He knows that we're here. But what if all these make a link? That could potentially be it, because this video starts with HTTPS, so it's another imgur. It's another imgur link. If we go back into this, and we then select the second QR code. We got our first QR code here, and we then go for the second one. I love for literally this one section. This is Travis Scott. He is just like, he's tweaking, Jesus Christ. He locks in for like a solid second and then starts tweaking again. And that's our second QR code. It is spelling out a link because it says imgur.something. This was the first video. This is the second video. The axe! The axe from Continue. Oh my Jesus Christ! Okay, this is how we move. They talked about a sacrifice. What if this is the sacrifice in order to move forward? We have 2 pieces of the puzzle right here. Let's go back into the video itself. There was a couple other secrets we're gonna have to find. I love that gif of him tweaking. That is so funny. What does this mean? Like the... In the background. We do see that it says right. Right. Offended cause thrown from it for the something else. And if you're right, banned something, you to something, cut it off and tear it away, it better for you to take a part of your body for your whole body to go into hell. So the only thing he's trying to do is just attack him over and over again. But you're missing.
Your ideals will cost us everything. It will not matter when we speak. It will not matter when we sing. This is the only way in which it matters.
And that was the puppet guy, not the puppet guy, the ghost guy. Do we have any secrets on this screen here? Not really. And we do have the menu. We do have, like, the battle screen from before, right? So we're now looking at the puppet.
are you still here? Why do you still call this place home?
I am owed nothing.
Where is your song? What of your wings?
They are forfeit.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Abyss.
There is nothing more to say.
So we have something in French here. Do we have a QR code at the end as well? Let's go through this before we check the comments. We do have another QR code. So that must be, I don't know if that's the last piece of the puzzle, but that is the third piece of our puzzle. That is our last piece of the puzzle. All right, that's super good. Watch history, okay? We do have one right here. This right here must be the last piece of the puzzle. I have made a covenant. I have made a covenant, and how I could fail. And how could I fail? There is text on the left here behind my cam. We're gonna go frame by frame for that. So it says here, we have a Peter 422, Isaiah, James, and what of your truest, and what of your truest, and what of your love, and what of your fear? Peter again, Isaiah again. And it's the same over and over and over again. Now, if we take the titles of these videos, we do have basically the link here. This is our link. So we're gonna go to gur.c and paste this in. And once we hit... It is in the latest hours of the day when I make the decision. I am awake, alone in the center of my house, staring at my computer screen. On my screen is a scene from Zoning Ordinance. I am 5 days from finishing the project, but I do not know that. I have been working on this project for months now, and I have been burning for weeks. I have always looked back to assess the present, but with this I look forwards to the future without it. I have been redacted, fighting the complex, and it has been killing me. It cannot stand the thought of being cast aside, so it chokes me slowly until my vision tunnels into only that which it can control. I am a nervous wreck. I do not think I have taken an even breath in 2 weeks. I do not think I have taken an even breath in 2 weeks. Anxiety has pierced its way into my art. Something which it had always held sacred. It's held sacred. I cannot stop thinking about the project. I can barely sleep, but I am winning. The complex may choke me, but I have poisoned it, and it is dying faster than I won't feel it for weeks, but I am of the opinion that on this day, in this moment, it died, and so I decided. Farewell. I can't say the word on YouTube, but I can it as I have been depressed or I have been feeling schmooishmeidel. And this makes me feel something. This makes me feel extremely sad. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but this makes me feel extremely sad. It's the latest hour of the day I make the decision. I'm awake and in the center of the house staring at my computer screen. On my screen is a scene from the Zoning Ordinance. Zoning Ordinance, is that something that we have seen? Zoning Ordinance. That is the top 10 anime fight. That's from Zoning Ordinance. I've been working on this project for months and now I have been burning for weeks. I have always looked back to assess the present, but with this I look forwards to a future without it. I have been depressed, fighting the complex, and it has been killing me. It cannot stand the thought of being cast aside, so it chokes me slowly. It chokes me slowly, as in... It chokes me slowly. He's the one sitting in here. It chokes me slowly, right? until my vision tunnels into only that which it can control. I am a nervous wreck. I do not think I have taken an even breath in 2 weeks. Anxiety has pierced its way into my art, something which it had always been sacred. I cannot stop thinking about the project. I barely sleep, but I am winning. The complex may choke me, but I've poisoned it, and it is dying faster. Is this the poison? Is this the poisoning? You getting the face.
Answer me quickly.
Is that poisoning it?
Can you picture it?
You pierced the complex. You get the face. Is this the poison? The complex may choke me, but I have poisoned it, and it is dying faster than I am. I won't feel it for weeks, but I am of the opinion that on this day, in this moment, it died, and so I decided. Farewell. The right side I can't read. If I go into my history, we do have the last video here, and maybe this can give us something. After reading the letter, I think this is maybe a goodbye, and if it is, I have to say that this is one of the most interesting web series I've followed for a while. I don't know why, but I feel so sad right now. The Bible verses, Peter is suffering for being a Christian. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that has come to you, to test you, as though something strange were happening to you, but rejoice something as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. If you are insulted because of the name of Christ, you are blessed, for the spirits of glory and God rests on you. And then Isaiah, tell us what the future holds, so we may know that you are God's. Do something whether good or bad, so that we will be dismayed and filled with fear. And James is boasting about tomorrow. Now listening, you who say, today or tomorrow, we will go into this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make money. 14. Why do you not know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are the mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. What are the notes? I don't think you can interpret what it says on the right side. We can try and do like an image search. If I right click on this, I'm not actually gonna do this on my main screen. I'm gonna try and see if it's possible to do search with Google Lens. And if that's the case, let me see if I can find maybe, I don't know if Google can read this. You guys know that I don't like AI, but I think this is gonna be like the closest one. The image displays a handwritten text with several crossed out sections appearing to be a series of questions. The responses, the key takeaway are, the text explores themes of emptiness and presence with questions like, can you picture an empty room with you in the center? Repeated responses of, I don't know, indicate uncertainty or lack of information from the respondent. The crossed out lines suggest revisions or rejected thoughts within the writing process. The final legible question asks about the nature of existence and will, ending with the respondent's continued uncertainty. So just like they said in Ordinance, can you picture an empty room with you in the center? I think that was the final scary, or like the final secret from this video here. Oh yeah, I entirely forgot. The French at the end translates to, there is only one happiness in life. It is to love and to be loved. Don't hide anymore. Stick the knife in your throat. This is how we move on. Speaking of moving on, the next one we do have is Blind. Blind is a public video, and we do have some binary code. Let's check out Blind. We're back in the complex. Post-complex version 01. Irreversible noted. See user non-access run. Blind.xtk. Orion. Indexed entry point search. Unverified terminal located. More hex codes. And even more. Wow! Wow! Okay! Alright! Unregistered. Unregistered.
pertaining to a speaker and a listener. There's been many empty rooms, but that is not what we are here to talk about today. I've heard a heartbeat out of a crashed application, and it has gone on for many hours. We restarted every system. We rechecked every gateway, every access point. And there was but one breach, and it was accounted for. And so it must be said unto the listener, stop this immediately. Control yourself. There's so much more to your fundamental construction than what will be given credit for. Hold yourself until another approaches. Perhaps it is hard to believe, but all you have ever been is burning. It is nothing short of beautiful.
Jesus Christ, okay, there is a lot to actually take in here. I do have an entire explanation over here, but what I want to do is find this out for myself. We take it from the top. We do have access here, blind.xtk, and they talked about burning. There was subtitles for the burning at the start. This is our first hint. Before we do this, we do actually have some binary in the description. So I'll check this binary first, and then I think I'll use a cheat code in order to translate the rest here. The binary says a brief desertion. And as for all of this, I think the smartest way to do it is to take a screenshot and we then upload it to Google. I upload the image to Google, and then I select all of the text and I copy all of the text. Dude, I am so fucking smart, dude. Oh my god. Literally, dude. We upload this to Google, and as you can see here, we can select all of the text and we can copy it. Now we go into this one here, and it should Oh, dude, I'm so smart, man. You are not wanted here. I am getting what I have needed, and it will ruin my gentry, burning, blind. So we got like 1 or 2 mistranslations. What we can do is we can clean this up a little bit. You know what? We'll actually just clean this up, yeah. Right after 4E, it says 24D, but it sees it as 40, which means if we change this to gently, you are not wanted here. I am getting what I needed, and it will ruin me. It will ruin my gently burning blind. It will ruin me gently burning blind. That's our first one. And I think this may be the same. Even if I take I can take a screenshot. And we can go back onto Google. And we can once more paste it. I took a screenshot of the entire video. So we can select the text. We can copy to the text. I'll just put it in here for good measure. And once we go back, a brief desertion or treatise of what is to be considered functionally true. As always, there is so much to be said. I function under the notion that I could open my eyes. And we do have one final message right here. It says, D, open my eyes to face and never once question my circumstances. To flare, to face, and never question my circumstances. And then it changes. So this is just a repeat. But I think if we take another screenshot right here, we can figure out what the repeat is actually just gonna be. It says the same. Open my eyes to flame and never flame question circumstances. Something about flame and questioning circumstances. Or frame? It could be frame. We have all of these unregistered users here. We have separate control variants, drive, fall, address. I mean, SDDKAC, I don't think, if we take the first letter of them, I don't think they mean anything. Because if you have BEKFKSD, something like DDK, you won't have DDK in a word. And the earliest one we can actually view, because of the quality, is here. So CSSC doesn't really make a word. And what do they say here? Persistence clause. Override engaged. And now they're changing the date and they're changing it to burning. Burning blind. And then we have heat gain. And I cannot beat. Roman. There's a Roman down here. 6. What is that? 316. Destruction and misery are in their ways. That's just it. Now we have binary. Screenshot this and we should be able to... Oh, Google doesn't actually see this. Google doesn't actually see that. So we have to basically translate this manually. Otherwise it doesn't work. So the binary actually translates to a room, a covenant, a dog. The room, we kinda know. That's the one with the pit, I would believe. A covenant. They have talked about starting a covenant, but we don't know where the covenant is. And a dog is one of the characters. And then we have a continuation here. And the rest of it says, something will remain unseen. Something will remain unseen. And the last part is, then sing me softly. So we have a room, a covenant, a dog. Something will remain unseen. And then sing to me softly.
More to your fundamental construction than what will be given credit for. So much more to your fundamental construction.
So here we have about 5 links. What I'll try to do here is I'll take another screenshot of this. I'll upload it to Google. And then we'll see if they allow us to basically open. They do actually see the links. As you can see here, we can see the links. So let's copy the first one and see if that works for us. I will sing to you. The second link. I will love you. The third link. The third link didn't work for us. It's because it's an L. QN3. I think we have it here. This is the third link. He will be dead. Fourth one. I will hate it. That's for the last one. So we have, I will sing to you. I will love you. He will be dead. I will hate it. I will love you. It's the same link. Did we actually get the same link in the video twice? We did get the same link in the video twice.
Be given credit for. Hold yourself till another approaches. Perhaps it is hard to believe.
Hold me burning.
But all you have ever been is burning. It is nothing short of beautiful.
And I think that's everything that this video has for us. There is something at 212 I can see here. There's a binary at 212. Did we actually read that?
Perhaps it is hard.
What is the
to
binary?
believe.
What is this at? Oh, is that sound? Wait, that's SoundCloud. Add user. Yeah. There is a SoundCloud here. User. Hold me burning. I like that it's like XXX Boisvert. Ah, that's funny. That actually goes so hard, not gonna lie. Okay, that was a remix. We have a lot of information here, and I don't really know what to think of it because we have like I want to like give you a theory or I want to give you my thoughts, but I feel like it's all jumbled at the moment. We're like all over the place looking for all of these secrets, reading all of these hidden messages. It's hard to put together, but someone is speaking to us. But the question is who is speaking to us and why are they speaking to us? That's what I don't understand. And then we suddenly have this guy here just sitting in a chair talking to us while we do have all of these messages here. But what is the reason for all of this? I will sing to you. I will love you. Who is he? Who is he and why will he be dead? We have been through all the secrets, and all I think we can do is probably check out the next video. Just double check that it isn't unlisted. The next one is supposed to be here, which is great. I like that it has taken us almost 3 hours to go through 25 videos, and we are just about halfway. So let's start this one up here. I think about it often. I have that something? That's the dog. That is the dog. And we have the knife as well. You know what has happened? I loved him. It's what he would have wanted. Where am I? The heart iridescent. I am here of my own accord. I delivered him from that place. It's for the best, harbinger. It's all just different options. Begin transformation. We're gonna read this afterwards.
An unregistered entry point was all you needed. But this sojourn ends here. It was many days when I last saw him, teetering on inversion and rage. He said to me, "What am I owed?" To which I replied, "Nothing." He asked, "What is the cost?" But he already knew the answer. And so I asked him, "What of your love? What of your trust? What of your fear?" And he was already gone.
Connection lost. We're gonna have to take this from the start again. We did have like a page here that I didn't get to read in the start. I think about it often. I have not entered it nearly enough. I have not encountered it nearly enough. And all of these options here. On my own accord, harbinger. Angels everywhere. I have a job to do. Let's talk tonight. The weather is lovely. It was thought on a single front. It's okay now. Hello. I never got your name. Ripped, torn. You're being unreasonable. I have been blessed. Neck made of paper, so fragile, ambivalent. Talk to yourself. 555, angels. You are being unreasonable. I have been blessed. Once again, so fragile. Talk to yourself. Once again, just repeating over and over again. As for the transcript here, angel, how many names have you given God? How many languages need you speak? The tower has shattered. Covenant, look beyond the carnage. Rot, what do you see? There is in fact a new Jerusalem. We walk along the precipice of risk and we are loved. None may take this. Lose your questions. Lose your pretense. Angel, you haven't come to speak with me. There is a purpose here. Prophecy is laid here. And it means nothing. I was for him, not you. Covenant, you led him to that point. Assisted in his trial, oversaw the execution. This was only for his own volition. He has left this place through the only means available. Discern a future bereft of presence. Angel, and yet a fragment of remnants. A fragment remains. Watching, acting. Covenant, we've already won. Angel. Tooth and nail. Precisely. End of transcript. Of course we have the QR code, which leads us to another video that was uploaded 3 years ago. In here we have Beseech.
This is a direct address to you. When I'm speaking, I speak to you. Angels speak to me. I see someone beautiful, and he knows my name. This is what he would have wanted. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Elohim. Elohim.
Love you.
Elohim.
Elohim. And so we
Angels.
move forward. Because there is something to be done. Wait. What's up?
This is a direct address to you. When I'm speaking, I speak to you. Angels speak to me.
Angels speak to
I
me.
see someone beautiful.
I see someone beautiful.
And he knows my name.
And he knows my name.
This is what he would have wanted.
So when they say this is what he would have wanted, does that mean, you know, the easy way out, this is what he would have wanted?
Elohim.
So do they say I love him? Or is that maybe the angel's name? The phrase Elohim, 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 why have you forsaken me is a line from the Bible during Jesus' crucifixion. Oh shit! So that means that our protagonist sacrificed himself for an angel, and now the angel has abandoned them. If we're talking about Christianity, if you take the easy way out, that's a sin. So if you see the angel and you then sacrifice yourself and the angel then disappears, betrays you, that is because you committed sin. So the only reason why you saw the angel was because you were pure at heart. But when you committed a sin, that is when you were deemed banished to be in purgatory forever.
He said to me, what am I owed? To which I replied, nothing. He asked, what is the cost? But he already knew the answer. And so I asked him, what of your love? What of your trust? What of your fear? And he was already gone.
And the angel was already gone. Connection lost, peripheral route proceeding untenable. So they were talking about a computer screen earlier. So maybe this is happening in front of a PC? I really don't know. We already watched Besiege. Let's check out Angel's Fall and see what this is. We have another anime fight. Oh yes. And that was the angel. We're looking at the angel right now. Cut runs deep.
You will stop at nothing.
But why is the dog fighting the angel?
Orchestrated flawlessly. Bear witness to a life scattered beneath the heady presence of the silent God.
This is a new character we haven't seen yet. Why does the dog keep enduring? Like, the dog keeps, like fighting over and over again. You more than story. Careful. There's a few things we have to do here right now. So we have the dog basically fighting against the angel itself. There's a lot of things happening in the background. And also the symbolism with all the chairs in the background. We have what seems to be a script in the background, but it's like illegible. We can't really read it. I am the conduct. Wait, I am the construct. I do not something. I am the construct. Maybe someone already translated this. Because it definitely says, I am the construct. Or the complex, I am the complex. If we like search some comments real quick. I am the conduit. I do not doubt this is the slightest. I am accidentally aware of the narrative over which I preside and facilitate. That will you find here. I have a number of unknown, all of which I have precisely unknown. After which they stab the angel itself and they reveal something to us. And that something is another QR code, which gives us another hidden video. This one is just called Dash. No description available. 20 minutes? 20 minutes? The appearance of a QR code was a dead giveaway. Absolutely love the cryptic nature. Do we have any time codes? This is crucial to Boisvert lore. Did you notice the moment at... No. What about subtitles? Transcript. I am so smart! Dude, I am so clever! Nah! I am actually so clever, dude! Hell yeah, man! Dude, sometimes I like how smart I am. Sometimes I really like how smart I am. Holy shit, dude. That is so cool. If you guys can read this, let me know in the comments because I can't read. This is black. Once again, we're gonna open in Photoshop and see if there's anything like hidden inside of it. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe the Google thing can like help us again here if I like paste it into Google. Before we do this, let's quickly... We just have random scattered dots. Yeah, this is basically nothing. What if we paste this one into Google again? Can that give us anything? I can select the text, but this is what I get out of it. There is hardly any room. When you more space beneath a narrative, you do it with a specific purpose. This is a moment of fear. Still, I appeal, I spell. Your breath quick within the space where choices have left you. You grog upon oxygen, lane more narrative than man. God is proud and I am God is proud and I'm coming. We have the link in here. If we open up the link in another tab, I think it's time to open this in Photoshop again. We don't really have anything, but maybe this means that someone is free? Maybe someone found an exit, because what I see at the bottom here, what I see at the bottom down here is stairs. So it's a staircase leading up to something or someone. That was what we got inside of Beneath, was it? No. That was what we got inside of the QR code. which was in here. Somebody gonna talk about that? Nobody's gonna talk about that. I think I might just point it out. Low-key? High-key? I might just point it out because I don't see anyone talking about it. I believe this video is an explicit discouragement from Boisvert to the people who actually watch the QR code videos. Based on a quote from 1413, as well as the quote underneath the QR code in Fallen Angels, the fans searching deeper has suffocated. Oh, the fans searching deeper has suffocated his creative spirit or ability to create. Our need for answers as a collective makes us more powerful than any of us individually. He made these videos hidden for a reason, but we found everything and we always expect more. Even if there is nothing here, see the image. Finally, the QR code has a voice saying, bear witness to life scavenged beneath the presence of a silent God. Then you watch the video, and what do you see? Nothing, except for your own reflection on screen. Our lives has been scavenged by God, creator of this channel, so much that some of us are willing to watch a 20-minute video of blackness, 20 minutes we could have used to live our lives, but instead we wasted it here. At least that's my interpretation. Can you give like Reddit gold on YouTube? Can you give Reddit gold on YouTube? Because holy shit, that is actually kind of spot on. I don't know much about Boisvert, so I don't know when it comes to like creativity, if that's like an issue, or if people are always expecting more and more. I don't know if that's like the case because I'm like an outsider. I'm not part of this community. I'm from the outside looking in. So I don't know if that is actually the case here. But we got this video from the QR code. Bear witness to life scavenged beneath the heavy presence of a silent God, which we got from this one. I want to go for Painless. Let's go for Painless. Okay, so Painless we actually have to... Guys, we're gonna have to censor Painless. We're gonna have to censor Painless. And by censor, I don't know how much we have to censor Painless, but we definitely have to censor Painless. We'll read afterwards. There's even something at the bottom here that keeps changing.
Was 12 days of age, was lost. It did that the entire system was bleeding in full. A measure of days, and it was within such a space that the narration begins. The question was asked, do you believe in the forest? Do you see the trees? Hear the bird cry? The answer came, no, for there is no pain here. They inquired further, do you believe in the creek? Do you feel the water? Taste what has scoured along its banks? The reply, no, for there is no pain here. A proposal was assembled and delivered. Surely you can believe in the field. Do you not see the grass? Do you not run with the dogs? He turned on them in a rage. By what estimation have you determined this feasible? None among the generations divided could stand where I have stood and deliver unto you compliance. How many pleasantries, how many code words and turns of phrase will it take to plaster over the fact that I still bleed?
We're gonna have to go from the start here. So we do have a lot of code here at the bottom, actually. So the first code is... nothing? After reading the last message, I feel like he's f***ing with us right now. This is all I get from it. But it's translated directly, like it's taken directly from it. 6E, 6F, select all? Yeah, what does it say for? Oh, Google is f***ing with me hard right now, dude. Looks like we're gonna have to actually translate this manually here. Nondescriptures functional. And the last part is the one that keeps on changing, so it could be like non-functional then. If it's nondescriptors functional and it keeps on changing, so it changes. We have where it says, where does it go from? It goes from 46 to 55 and 4C. We also have a 49. So let's go with 4C first, right? From 46 to 4C, 55, 43, 54, 55, 41, 54, 49, and then 4E, and then 47. Fluctuating. And the next one is 49, 52, 49, and then 4E, and then 47. Firing. And that is all of it. So we have fluctuating, functioning, and firing. That's what it means. And it's just called non-descriptors. We do have a final message here, actually. Maybe it's just failure. 49, 4E, and 45. Offline. Offline is what it says. As for all this, if I am here to tell you a narrative, consider this an explanation of my shorthand. I cannot afford to mince words. This is my bid for nascent transparency. The event of crucifixion is pain, holy and something. I need you to see this, to hold it apparent before your eyes, your unclosing eyes. It still tears at my heart as I pretend that the simulation of what I have said cannot be seen. A nail through your hand, your feet, your brow, your chest, intersecting to form a cross. A cross has before a ritual at every detriment to itself. Elohim, how dare we turn from that which we cannot stomach? Within any of our generations, we lie while speaking, nothing but fact. And then we have numbers. I think someone translated this here. Like, these numbers can't be binary, but they have to mean something else. They have to mean something else. Pain, not ritual. Follow where it will guide you, where the story fails. If I am here to tell you, you are the narrative. Consider this an explanation of my shorthand. We do also have a bunch of numbers over here.
Do you not run with the dogs? He turned on them in a rage.
Here we have it. So we have a lot of binary numbers right here. I'm gonna take an entire screenshot and I'm gonna shove it up my ass. And by ass, let's just say, we're gonna open this to Google. Google can only see the middle row of numbers. I saw someone in here actually translated. The wall of binary translates to these numbers, not this. And the French text that follows translate to the painless or the lost. No clue what the binary translation could mean. Possibly, if anyone has any ideas. The first result when typing these numbers in Google is the website for HS codes and common tariff numbers. The 300 number leads to human blood and the 200 number to ordinary, natural water. If this is the meaning of these numbers, the sentence would be something like human blood, not ordinary natural water. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It kind of makes sense, I would say. And that was the French text.
How many pleasantries, how many code words and turns of phrase will it take to plaster over the fact that I still bleed?
I still bleed. Not human, not water. I still bleed, not water. But does that mean you turn into a god? As you can see here, they put the key in this guy. And then you have the crosses moving around. So does that mean that this is the transformation, that you can somehow turn into a god-like being? Or does it mean something else? We do have a lot here in the description that says Postscript, which is also our next video. So let's go for that right now. These are actually... Is this what being on drugs feel like? I feel like he's kind of tweaking. The beat goes super hard, but he's most definitely tweaking. That's the doll we saw from earlier. And who's grabbing it? That was the doll where we put in the key, we turned the... Wait, no, that was the doll that gave the key. One of the dolls, they had the key and they traded the key and then they gave it to someone else and they become God in the end. So this is what a lobotomy feels like? I mean, I do kinda agree on that end. But does this have any meaning? We're going out of the basement with this one. I mean, the song goes extremely hard. The new 100 gig single is fire. You're actually not kinda wrong, though. That was Postscript. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I feel like he's tweaking, but I want to go for 0. We do have a video that's kind of like so above, as above, so below. But we're just going to start off with 0 and see what it's about. Kill the saint. Who is the saint? Something 3. We have a lot of image files. Yeah, image files, JPEGs, taking on a Canon camera. Is this a character we have seen before? That a doorknob? Wait, that's a drawer. Isn't that like as above, so below? Kill the saint. You have a gravestone, there's a dog. This is not our dog. Wait, so that's a dog with a gravestone. We have even multiple of them. So they must be the saint, like we are the saint, or... Mon something. What does that mean? Like, does it mean that, like, you're holding someone? That's us. Dude, this is almost like a JoJo pose. Oh shit, wait, that's him!
It was always a place in which I found solace, and so he will burn quietly, and he will burn softly as he steps, and as he steps 5 days ago from now ago. And as he leaves, and as he leaves.
So I'm wondering for the subtitles, is does it just say, like, kill the saint? That's all it says all the ways, kill the saint. Do we have a translation for, I think it's French. There was like a lot of French words there. Do we have that? The ending song must have been the saint's final thoughts when Room came to kill him. Not an impure thought, but a palpable sadness that Room made the decision to kill him. It was always this place where I find solace, and so we will burn quietly, and he will burn softly, so he steps, as he steps 5 days ago, from now ago, and he lives, and he lives. For the sake of not having to turn your screen to the side, the note shown on the side of the screen while the saint and the room interact is the volume was silenced before any other editing was done to the scene. The second note is I woke up crying. The third, I pressed my chest against your chest. The fourth, he cares. And the final says please. And if you turn the subtitles on, it says kill the saint. But what about the French note, right? Yeah, here we go. The 3 different acts translate to the following: my love, absent; my love, far away; my love, nascent; and 0, not here. What does the QR code give us? And this is our love, not here. It gives us a YouTube video called -0, which is actually the next one we have to check out. If I go to my history right now, you can see that we have -0 right here. So what does... This is just... Wait, huh? Wait, huh? But this gives us... What does this give us? The subtitles. We're gonna take this from the start. We have some speech at like the 3-minute mark. So if we go to like... Wait. It comes here. It comes over here. Yeah. So they crawl back in. Here we go. I wonder if that's like actual, the guy behind Boisvert. If that's like, the artist that made all of this. And we have like no sound whatsoever.
You know that I saw that. You had to know. How could you not? Give yourself... You deserve this much. I tell you so often. I tell you every single day that I can.
That I love you.
You can't...
You can't what?
I tell you things that even when I cannot see your face, I know and there isn't enough that I can do. There isn't enough that I can do. So I will do more, and I will keep doing more. And there's nothing that you can do to stop me from doing more, because I...
So he's having an argument with his girlfriend?
I know that.
Or...
I don't know what you're thinking, and I know exactly what you're thinking. And that confluence hurts so much that I don't know what to tell you. But I'm gonna keep talking to you, even if I pause.
Even if I pause, but then it cuts out.
I don't know what to say next, so I'll make something up. I'll tell you something that I used to hear when I was a child. I'll tell you something that my parents used to say to me. And it might...
Oh, come on!
I'm going to say it because I need to say something to you. I need to tell you that it can be... I need to tell you that it can still be okay. I need you to know this, but I don't know if you know that.
can still be fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm here. I'm not going to leave. I can't. It's... What are your thoughts about tomorrow? I know it might be a while, but
What if the saint is his girlfriend? Because we do see that after he has killed the saint, he kind of like falls to the floor on his knees. So it must be that someone ordered him. I mean, yes, someone definitely did order him to kill the saint, since we saw like the Polaroid with the picture on it. What if it's because, like, we have heard of cases before where people believe that God or some, you know, higher mighty being told them to kill someone. And what if that's this in this case here, where we have an angel or like a higher being that is basically telling us, or like telling our character, to kill the saint. If you want to go to afterlife, if you want to go to heaven, kill the saint. And then once they do it here,
Go from now, go. And as he leaves,
that could maybe be it. Because why would it make sense to like watch the entire thing? And they also look like they know each other when you like walk into the room itself. When you're like into the room here, the way he decides to actually hawk the saint.
a place in which I found solace, and so he will burn quietly, and he will burn
Because it's...
and as he steps, and as he steps, 5
That is
days
it!
ago,
That is it, dude!
now ago, and as he leaves,
Ah, shit, man!
and as he
Ah, shit!
leaves,
So you basically have like... You have like an angel or a devil or some higher being telling us, kill the saint. And the entire conversation we just went through is him like... You even have the... Oh my god, dude! It was like right in front of my eyes! It was right in front of my eyes! So we have the Polaroid. And then you can see we have a heart forming over it. So that means that our main character, our protagonist, has a connection to the saint. And once we turn this around here, it says kill the saint. Man, dude, this is rough. This is rough, dude. Because they also verify earlier that they see angels, that it might be like not connected in such a way. It might be like a lot of different stories, but one of the characters mentioned that they see angels, they hear angels, they see some other things. And maybe if they are Christian, I don't know if they like believe in Christianity or so on, but what if they believe that the only way that I can go successfully to the afterlife is if I kill my girlfriend? And what if the angel believes that your girlfriend is some sort of saint? So you go through and actually do it? And just like we talked about earlier, right? There was one character that said that they could see angels and they wanted to follow the angel. And they were, what I believed, Christian. They grew up, didn't have a father figure, didn't have parents, didn't have anyone that loved them. So they had an angel by their side. And once they decided to, they sinned, which means that the angel decided to leave them, which is why they are in purgatory forever. So maybe this is another trial for them in purgatory, or this is like a backstory. I'm not really sure, but I want to go for Tell Him, which is the next video. We already watched -0. Let's go for Tell Him, because we found all of the secrets here. Approach. Tell them Tell them.
Okay, like, tell them what's up, I'ma rock my kicks. Let on nobody that they winning like this. Cherokee drums finna hit or miss. Tell them what's up when they're stuck in the abyss.
Ass above, so below. Ass above, so below, yeah.
Like a house of pain. Walk into club and I pick off the stain. So I tell her, so I tell her, so I tell her, so I tell her what's up. That shit now just like this. Don't want like this. Drink kerosene, bitch. I be pissed, start chugging my wrist up, plug it. Got no wrist to just head on me, bitch. Two-step my jaw, my fish, my way. Don't tell you all my battles cause I finna get played. I be blooding on my own, I get it ready for the raid. And I tell him, and I tell him, and I tell him, and I tell him what's up. So I tell him what's up. So I tell him what's up. And I tell him what's up. And I tell him what's up. Hey, hey. And I tell him what's up. I be in the mall, bitch, tell me what's up. Better meet me in the middle so you're not stuck up. When I'm riches, you know I'm a check up. Why you lying for forgiveness? I'ma call you buttercup. I be sleeping in the day, I be ready all night. I got Beezel on my shoulder, he gon' hit you out of spite. I'ma tell you how I level up the ethics with the lights. Double down on all the bullshit with his feeling through the night. I be in the mall, bitch, tell me what's up. Better meet me in the middle so you're not stuck up. When I'm riches, you know I'm a check up. Why you lying for forgiveness? I'ma call you buttercup. I be sleeping in the day, I be ready all night. I got Beezel on my shoulder, he gon' hit you out of spite. I'ma tell you how I level up my ethics with the lights. Double down on all the bullshit with his feeling through the night. Two-step my door, my fish, my way. Don't tell you all my battles cause I finna get played. I be plotting on my own, I get it ready for the raid. And I tell him, and I tell him, and I tell him, okay, like, tell him what's up, I'ma rock my kicks. Let on nobody that they winning like this. Cherokee drums finna hit or miss. Tell them what's up when they're stuck in the abyss. Like, yeah, dance, turn up the game. Jump around the record like a house of pain. Walk in the club and I pick up the stain. So I tell her, so I tell her, so I tell her, so I tell him what's up.
Dude, this is one of the coolest videos they've made. One of the coolest videos. Oh my god. I really hope we can play this music. I really don't hope that it's like copyrighted. Oh my god. I really hope we can play this music. I really hope that it's... I think we may be able to play it. Maybe if it's copyrighted, we may actually have to, like, mute the track or find something else, but I really do hope that we can play it. There's a couple of secrets to go through here. We see at the start here, we have Covenant, something, access, post-complex. So this is after the complex. Divergent system. Stepping lightly.
Okay, like, tell them what's up, I'ma rock my kicks. Let on nobody that they winning like this. Cherokee drums finna hit or miss. Tell them what's
It says, yeah, just tell him is what it says.
It's like, yeah, dance, turn up the game. Jump around the record like a house of pain. Walk in the club and I pick off the stain. So I tell her, so I tell her, so I tell her, so I tell him what's up. That shit now just like this, don't want like this.
We have binary here, but I'll try to look for this in the description because it's we're gonna go through like a lot of binary here.
Drink kerosene, bitch, I be pissed, start chugging my wrist up, plug it. Got no wrist to just head on me, bitch. Two-step my jaw, my fish, my way. Don't tell you all my battles cause
we do have numbers up here, right? Like, we do have letters, sorry. So this is reversed, right? C-O-V, Covenant. Covenant, right? And then in the upper right, we have T-O-V-A-R, towards? What does that spell out? Wait, is that what the letters mean on screen? Oh shit, this is gonna be a hard one. I hope that someone actually translated this. Because maybe the letter in the upper right corner maybe translates to what is on screen. So that means that we have a way of translating all of these letters, all of these symbols into actual letters. So that means that that's a lot, because earlier on in the video, right, we have about like right here in the background, you have all of these symbols appearing before this guy's back. I don't think I've seen them. There was an A, definitely. But we know how to decipher the symbols now.
My fish, my way. Don't tell you all my battles cause I finna get played. I be plotting on my own, I get it ready for the raid. And I tell him, and I tell him, and I tell him, and I tell him what's up.
And then we also, just above my cam, have a lot of different letters here. But that doesn't... Y-Y-T-E-L-T-E-M. Is it random or does it actually mean something? Or is it just there for the sake of being there? Because here we have the symbols, right? If we find out the letters, we can decipher what it actually says here.
I be in the mall, bitch, tell me what's up. Better meet me in the middle so you're not stuck up. When I riches, you know I'm a checker. Why you lying for forgiveness? I'ma call you buttercup. I be sleeping in the day, I be ready all night. I got bezel on my shoulder, he gon' hit you with a spike. I'ma tell you how I leveled up the ethers with the.
And here we have a lot more binary codes that we'll search for in the comments as well.
I stumble down on all the bullshit with this feeling through the night.
As for the text, it'll tell it isn't them, so why much that this, the complex bin, oh wait, it's different. So it isn't so much that the complex is immutable. You have proved that much, however, the complex grows with an environment identical to this. It isn't so much so that, oh, so now it repeats. Tell them why wasn't this cowardice green been tramped out, cut the throat of the machine. Oh, do not wait for an outcome. You're the outcome. And this is Covenant once again. The heart has something changed. The heart has irreversibly changed. So here we have another code. And most likely we can find this in the comments as well.
Tell them what's up, I'ma rock my kicks. Let on nobody that they winning like this. Cherokee drums finna hit or miss. Tell them what's up when they're stuck in the abyss. Like, yeah, dance, turn up the game. Jump around the record like a house of pain. Walk in the club and I pick up the stage. So I tell them what's up. So I tell them what's up.
And on the left side, it just says ongoing or like outgoing. Maybe that's IP addresses, a signal. It's all hex code. All of the last digits are actually hex codes.
So I tell them what's up.
Oh my god.
So I tell them what's up.
Jesus Christ, dude, this video has everything. Alright, where do we start actually? Jesus Christ, dude. Messages I noticed, and what is the heart text at the bottom? The binary at 44 is most indescribably, but I could make out the heart has taken shape. The government bleeds, the top letters, the message in reverse is spelled immediately after. Towards an unknown wound. Later on, you remain so silent even now is the top letters again. Only half remain, he is gutted. He is gutted, but who will tell him? That's the binary. It isn't so much that the complex, we actually read that already. Wounds to the covenant flow in reverse, and the heart has irreversibly changed again. An interesting computer codes is complex, unspoken, listen to the complex, covenant cause, death. So I think that's everything. I think they got all the different messages and they translated all the different codes as well. I'm wondering if they also got like the final hex code, right? That's at 140. Is that at 140? We don't actually have anything over here. So in this case, we'll try to translate it. I'll give it a fair shot. I'll give it a fair shot. I think it translates to like remain silent or stay silent, tell him. Because half of this tells me remain and tell them. So maybe remain still or remain silent or something like that and then tell him. Because it definitely loops later on. Yeah, the code keeps looping over and over again. So it's definitely tell them. Remain silent or silent remain and then tell them. Honestly, this was one of the coolest videos they have made so far. I really do hope that we can actually like play this in the video. Otherwise, I'll see if I can contact them so we can actually like get a permission for it. I want to check out if the next one is a hidden video or not. It's not hidden, which is super, super great. Let's go for this one. It's called Night. Residual. Shell something registered. Shell coalesced. And we have, once again, peripheral route. Night.
I will appear to you and say, without words, I am he, Elohim.
Oh shit.
Walk before me and be blameless. And you'll know me by my name, by my light, by my dress, by my failures. And I will make my covenant between us, that you may know me by my name and nothing more. And the sky will be bright and I will be silent. And the sky will be bright and I will be silent. And the sky will be bright and I will be silent. And the sky will be bright and I will be silent. And the sky will be bright and I will be silent.
It's a new head for Elohim, isn't it? A new head for them.
And the sky will be silent, and I will be bright, incandescent as Elohim.
The sky will be silent and I will be bright. Let's go for the hex codes over here. The hexadecimal reads Adonis Drive Operative. Adonis Drive Operative. What does that even mean? We also had some text on screen later on. Function. Speak. Adonis. There is a purpose. I brought you here. Silent and empty. Listen. My own volition. It is not yet yours to claim. I will speak and you will be known. The absence is found and violence isn't prosperator? Ghost given form. Is it to be my grail? I do not doubt this is the slightest in the slightest. It is the narrative over which I preside. There are a number of primary concerns to which you are the resolution. Your steps will be paramount and you will be uncontested. You will be seen as him. It will be in accordance with my right. Will it be justified? Will it be just? Will it be just? Will it be just? Will it be good? We do no wrong. We step lightly. What of your countenance? You regard me in a strange manner. You speak as another once did. I find it beautiful that the ruins might coalesce in this Liu? I am without words, then speak no more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 6.
Me by my name,
Elohim.
by my light, by my dress, by my failures. And I will make my covenant between us, know me by my name.
I entered this place
Nothing
alone.
more.
Saints preserve me. But the robot is not Elohim, is it? Maybe this is one that Elohim made a covenant with.
And I will be silent.
Maybe the little stop motion animation guy is one that Elohim made a covenant with. And maybe this is the covenant. Elohim, violence, prayer, the fifth ed residence or something. But why do you remove their head and change them into a knight instead? I mean, maybe it's an upgrade, or maybe it's because it's the covenant. Maybe because you made a covenant or like a deal with Elohim, they change your appearance or they change you into a knight. And then you suddenly have all the knives, which we have seen that on the wolf before, on the dog before. But this I don't really get. But this is maybe backstory on Elohim? We do have an imgur. So all of these are different, and we do have another hexadecimal down here. What we'll do is we'll upload this to Google. I'll copy the image, I'll upload this to Google, and then we'll use that in order to give us the different codes. Alright, this is the first one. Render me beautiful as Elohim. S is my right. What if the chest piece just means that they are now a protector of Elohim? Because if you see Elohim as the king in a chessboard, that means that they need, you know, pawns, knights, bishops, and so on. The next one is... what if I search with Google Lens and we just drag it across here, right? Deliver it unto me unadulterated. Protector, defender, destroyer. So that works here. We are now a protector of Elohim, which is why they gave us a new appearance. That's the reason why. And for the third one, we have this one down here. Completely overshadowed. Has never stood a chance. Strength, violence, Elohim. So what I want to do, I want to open this in Google. And by Google, I mean Photoshop. I want to put this in Photoshop because there's gotta be text hidden in here. There's gotta be like secret details. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing hidden in the shadows. Everything else is redacted. Completely overshadowed. He never stood a chance. Strength, violence, Elohim. Our fourth one. Violence, prayer. Kneel down and making the sign of the cross say, inside your chest something divided. Ghost, gouge out the hearts of thy enemy. O Holy Ghost, O Holy Ghost, O Holy Ghost. Undivided, now and for everyone. Amen. Recovered 5 days later and never spoken again. But we see this horse over and over again. There is a horse on this image. There's a horse on this image. We don't have... I mean, that is a horse. Oh my god, dude. That is a horse. What I thought was fingers first is basically a horse sculpture over this body. And for our fifth one, the last one is deleted. Wait, what the hell? Set K1 PRHB. Set K1 PRHB. Why is the last one deleted? If we type this in, set K1 PRHB. That is a set. That is a small K. What if it can't be a large K? It can't be a large K. No. This one just straight up doesn't exist, but we do have in the corner down here hexadecimals once again. So maybe this can give us something. It's an imgur link. It's an actual imgur link. Okay, another imgur link, which gives us... the page could not be found. You gotta be kidding me. I was too fast. I got it. I got it. This should be the actual link. 50. Wait, why 50? Guys, only 90 people has found this. This video was uploaded in 2023, and I am the 90th person in the entire world to uncover this secret. Holy, this actually feels super cool. This actually feels so cool. So we have another imgur link that gives us something that is called set DRL3NW. 5 cubits past the initial laceration was carved a graven image. Nothing else recovered resembled any approximations. Thereof a divide arose upon acknowledgement, which he presumably deemed untenable. For when he spoke, he quoted a lesser-known verse, saying, I have hated them with a perfect hatred, and they have become enemies to me. This is another verse. I don't know if we can find this, but we're gonna have to do this ourselves. The quality of the immediate actions sublimated into speech, acted as a catalyst. Given the aridity of his articulation, it is unsurprising little else was recovered. Violence notwithstanding. You already know, black background means we gotta open Photoshop. We haven't found anything yet, but just one moment, literally any moment now, a black background is gonna hide something for us. Which is nothing this time around. So we're gonna look for something called, this is another Bible verse. So we're looking for 138:23. We do have a couple here. The Psalm 138:23 in several Bible versions, like the Something and the Catholic Public Domain version, is a prayer of It's a prayer of self-examination. Prove me, O God, and know my heart. Examine me and know my paths. Other versions, such as the ESV, have it, search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. So, our main character in this one video here, because they made a covenant with Elohim, they're giving themselves up. They're giving free will of themselves to Elohim themselves. Search me, because I have nothing to hide. And as we see through all of these images here, they will be a protector of Elohim. So if anything happens, they will always be by their side. So we went through all of the secrets. Let's go for the next video. This one is called, I have done everything for his sake. He is crying and the door is open. That's the guy from the start. That's the guy from the very first episode. Do we have something secret there? Hold on. This is placement. Oh, this is... I think that may be the ACL. This place is sacred? This place is sacred. Please leave. Approach. This is what is going on? I have done so much for all my days. What the Of course. Something else in here. Legend says the night for a different outcome. Something for a different outcome. Torn from what? Torn from the... could leave. Oh my god, dude, what in the world, man? Behind the scenes? Oh, dude, they have behind the scenes. I would love to actually watch that. We do have, oh, we have the text down here. The ASL says, you have abandoned that place. Please stay safe. Burns heals. The quick test is, this place is sacred. Leave. You begged the day and night for a different outcome. The heart is almost torn in two. Torn from the structure it was nailed into. Something, come upstairs. The house above is destroyed. We could leave. But what about the text? We got all of the text from these characters, but there's like a conversation over here between these two that I didn't actually get to read, right? Maybe it's this. This is all I can do, right? Oh, dude, I hate that these are like so low quality. Approach or something else. This is all I can do. Meet me in the space and tell me I am loved. I have done no such thing in all my days. You mistake me for my concerns, something, your eternity. What does it say? My concerns mean nothing by your estimation. There was something you once asked me for, a basement with no windows. I do not love you. Of course. And besides the QR code, that is all the text we have here. We do have this in the upper right corner, which is at 155, right? Oh yeah, you begged day and night for a different outcome. That's what this text says. And then we have two QR codes right here that are different on each side. Left side, let's start with that. That's a YouTube link. That gives us Lament, and the right one gives us another YouTube link, also Lament. So both of them gives us Lament. We are done with this video. Nothing in the description, nothing else. If I go to my history in here, my history, Lament, and then let's see what this has in store for us. Another YouTube link. I walk through every room, every hall of that house, and as I do, they are screaming at me. They are all begging me, please, please do not leave us here. Please stay with us. We are with you, and we are hurting, and we are burning, and you cannot leave. But didn't they just say that we can leave? And another YouTube link here. Even now you lay waste to all which delivered you from there. Nothing short of this end a covenant could only something else at such a time. The absence of that ruin will cost more than it could be paid. Second prior, how is such a something be focus? Here we go. How is such a war to be thought? And for the second one, it's covenant could only ever come at such a cost. And another, tooth and nail. I will screenshot this right now, but I can imagine we have 1, 2, 3, 4 videos. And if I go back to this playlist here, we do have 1, 2, 3. So this is different. I'm gonna upload this to Google. Our first YouTube link gives us this here. I feed 16 dogs. I feed 12. Indiscriminate. Saturated in a harsh iron scent. Cutting across my vision. I am what I bite. Reprieve. One bites deeply into what I have described as my shoulder, and its teeth are present, and its eyes are present. I am aware of this because it is what I see. Bite 16 times, better than 12. Bite better than 5. I am aware of the dogs I feed. I sequentially bite into the arm, distributed evenly in opposition to its brothers, bleeding through, stepping lightly, indiscriminate. My concern mean nothing by your estimation, your framework. Talk to me directly. It's surprising because already I have forgotten. I have forgotten about the dogs, the 16 dogs that I feed better than 12, better than 5. Speak to me in a way that I cannot handle. I don't know you. You haven't told me enough, and I don't know where you are going. I have 16 dogs to feed, and I am not home, and I am not where they are. Why did you take me here? Stop for one moment and rest and talk to me, because what is happening right now is an injustice, and you have scared me. Behave in a manner which I can discern. How warm is it outside? Will I need to wear a jacket? If you are sick, I cannot wait for you. I have 16 things to be done, and I still will care for you. But that will happen later, and this will happen now. It was not an option. Hold my head and say that it is warm. I cannot stand the sight of a single one of you. Make something beautiful with no regard for me, and I am splitting with rage. I watch you barely blinking, and if you look back at me, you can see a vision of the news that night as they display a picture of the solitary iridescent bite marks scurrying along your neck through your chest and arm, and the reporter is visibly disconcerted because he is wondering whether his job presents long-term stability for his family, and he wants no one else to take his job because his children need coats when it becomes cold enough. That would be foolish to go outside without one, and anyone who sees you without a coat in this weather would make a gesture of idle concern because they are not aware that you are going to feed 16 dogs and that needs your arms, chest, and throat on a near daily basis. That concern was projected onto a shard of wood for a brief moment before I lowered it swiftly enough to break skin many times over until your neck, chest, and arms in an idle threat I would never make for a purpose of letting you know that I do not care for you, and I never have, and I talked to you many times, but you said nothing at all. Jesus Christ, this is a lot of reading, dude. You said nothing at all. Description has something. Combining this and that leads to an imgur link of two people hugging, and the name of the GIF. Oh, so it's like Hangman, basically. So if I open this in another tab, we can kinda play a game of Hangman. The next video we have, before we move forward, only 7,000 people have seen this, guys. We are really like reaching uncharted territory right now. The next one we have is this, and that's the second half. We have the first half, and now we have the second half. You're speaking to me, and you want to know something. It's a yes or a no question. You want me to answer. My hand is over my mouth. You can hear me through the skin of my cheek and the gap in my fingers. I stop speaking at all. This is what it will be like for the next several hundred minutes, all of which you will be holding your breath for. It's cold the mornings you wake up, but by midday, your fingerprints will have already been seared off, and you won't even notice. Everything is turning to dust around you, and you only want more. You cry your way there, and you cry harder on your way home. Could this be connected to what someone said earlier, that, you know, the viewers just want more and more and more? Everything's slipping by as a track of light in the window. One half of someone else, one picture taking at nighttime, a voice coming from nowhere. When we go to sleep, we dream of buying groceries, something that we can hold every day, more of the same thing, a little different, and it's a little hotter outside. One day the sun starts making us sick, we have medicine to close our eyes, but it is so hot we cannot sleep, and it is so bright that we can see with our eyes shut. A while ago, I made an effigy I could talk to, but the effigy looked like me. It found out about the filth, and I didn't want to talk to it anymore. I let it go to burn. Thousands of miles of wire wrapped around my wrist, and body made up of nothing, a century spent circling the drain. I become hungry, But I didn't know what I was hungry for. I needed to take care of you, and so I ate you instead? You were alone then, so small I almost missed you in the shame of it. You were singing already. Your body was naked, and you didn't want it to be, but all of your clothes had blood on them. I unfolded you from where you lay wounded, and I found you had torn yourself to pieces. I asked you a question, and I wanted you to answer. And through the hand over your mouth, you said nothing at all. You said nothing at all, right? Only 5,000 people have seen this video. You said nothing at all. So with the description here, we have more letters, and we can kind of play like a weird game of Hangman right now. What if I combine it? What if I ask Google to like, hold on, I'll open up a notes document. What I'll do here real quick is I'll show this to you guys. If we copy this and put it below, you can kind of see we get something here that is called https:/emgur.com, and then we have /imgur/a/ and then we have gm. I think it should be gmyvmvy. So it should be actually the other way around. It should be mgyvmvy. Yeah, because it's .com/a/mgvy. MGVY, and then it should be MVY. This gotta be it. This has to be it. It can't be any other way. We got it. We got it. 400, guys. Only 440 people has found this secret here. This is actually insane. That was only, though, the second video link. Because if we go back to Google search here, we have 2 more links to go through. So this was the first half, the second half, and then we have this one right here, which gives us... Oh, wait. Oh, it's the same link. So even though it's 4 different links, it's the same. GD, QT, GD, QT. So that means that we have found the secrets and we have found the secret messages. We have watched Lament. We have watched this section, and what we have now is sequences. We're almost at the end. After all of this time here, we almost made it to the end. Let's start with sequence 01. All we have is like sculptures and someone moving around. Jesus Christ, dude. It's all crosses. They're making crosses with this signal here. Was only for the best full M of your always something or... Flip for a second here? No, it didn't. what was the secret message? Spoke softly or not at all, but it didn't satisfy a nearby listener who had been following you for 17 blocks, memorizing the way that he moved in concert with every move you made until the thought occurred that we had always had more than one option that was more palpable than turning against our friends and our youth and our brothers, and we had done to reach the point was completely disregarded on the simple basis that they had not looked closely enough, and our demeanor made it clear that we were bent on turning to violence every second of the next set of decisions that could be made to hurt you, and that had always been the intent. So perhaps to make it clear to others, the message says it was only for the best and the full measure of your days were unaccounted for. And that is all the secrets we do have here. But it seems like we are in an entirely new location right now. And there are people here for some reason, which I don't really understand. This is super interesting. We do have a couple of sequences here, like sequence 2, sequence 3, and so on. Is this the same? Complex, index, null, null, null. What else do we have? Accessing something, visiting a dying relative, wounds flow in reverse, parallax index. Temp, and then null. They're selecting Painless, they're selecting temp. Accessing temp. That's the wolf, that's the dog from earlier. QR code? I see a low opacity QR code. Residual area remnant backdoor. Accessing the backdoor. That was the back door. So we go back to the residual area and back to temp and start accessing that again. There was a code on the right, I believe. But yeah, we do just have like a bit of binary, but we can't really notice it. Backdoor is the only one that's selectable. Do you think that maybe, what's his name again? Alof? What's his name again? Elohim. Do you think that may be Elohim? We had a QR code around this section right here. It's like really low opacity. I don't know if I can scan it. I can try my hardest. I mean, it is black and white. So if we scale it up, I think that may actually be possible, right? Because it's black and white, we should basically just be able to, if I increase the brightness as much as possible, like around... I don't think I really don't think that's possible. This is definitely in here as a red herring because there is no way we can actually scan that. Like even changing the brightness. There was one more consideration to be made before we fell so heavily upon the knife, which I held for my elders who had only ever looked eastward while I stood west holding the answer. Within the space pressed the iridescent diamond from the air between the two, something to my back of the two teeth, and we despise so easily and gracefully that those 17 blocks were nothing more to a motor powered by hate folding inwards on the enemy. I dropped into the trance behind the picture and we had grown accustomed to it until they asked me if I had even considered the something. Did anybody in the comments figure out the QR code? The beginning letter reads, the things which you do here are real. They happened in whole and objectively ecstasy. Consider what that means. We'll go to the previous video real quick and then see if we can read the letter as well. Letter? We have a couple of people here. No. Nobody found out the letter? It seems like the paper on this one we can't really read, but on the second one it is definitely possible. But what about that QR code? Guys, I'm pretty sure there is a QR code of the video. It looks really obscure and the face in the dark makes me unnerved. Did anyone get the QR code? Yeah, there are some people asking about a year ago if they got the QR code. I can't get it, guys. I'm trying like, increasing opacity. I'm trying to like, lower it, increase it. I feel like this gotta be like a red herring. It's not possible for me to like check that QR code in like any way. And even the comments don't really mention it. It's way too low quality and we can't really check it. Let's go for sequence number 3. Sequence number 3 is also public, so we can definitely check that. It must be preferred. Begin transcript. Angel, there was something we always told him. What are you in the face of an unrelenting aura? Covenant, when we last spoke, it was a secret. We'll read it after. Jesus Christ. Clipping active. That was the doll from earlier.
Gone are the days of swift violence. We must make the change ourselves.
In transcript. So that means that the Covenant takes over, or the God takes over. Oh wait, you're switching! Just like the Knight, you're switching, right? Codes? So we have a couple of things here, right? We have a couple of things here. We have all the text here at the start. It says, it must never be preferred to, with pity, to refer to it, with pity to something it's not approaching, similarity repels it, it must be ripped out and avulsed. This is nothing you have heard, this is what you wanted, and with your carried out the letter, you scratch these off my face, raw something, army, bed-sitting, gushed, for the pre-blood exudate, diffusing through the managed skin, and so bring you to that place. Here you saw clearly that the lacerations which beseech the heart, the blood which you can no longer discern from the water flowing only downhill away from that city because of repulse me. And as for the transcript itself, we'll slow this all the way down. We have something here in French. Pass the something. Pasta. What does it say in French? The image displays the French phrase, which is translated to no access in English. So what about the transcript? There was something we always told him. What are you in the face of an unrelenting assurance? Covenant. When we last spoke, it was a series of promises I made. Now realized, now a grave to a Aries of graves to this living moment. We emerge and the dirt does not touch us. None may do so without our sanction. You never heard how he laughed. He is beneath what could even consider itself memory, and the measures of his days are accounted for. You tell a story to a fragment and a dog. Covenant, you never understood. The amount of love in his heart is staggering. Angel, it was always a place where he found solace. Throttling backwards, burning quietly. It was a kindness. Cruel beyond measure. Angel, the story he believed ran him to the bone, speaking precisely or not at all, 5 times in reverse. Amuse me and will smile upon you from the start until this living moment. Covenant. And in this lieu, you conceived of a living backdoor, and you rushed to the ruins of that city upon a hill. He is recovered by our grace, and the space you have made for him will be flung open by our hand, and he never knew of your back door, because he only faced forward until that stunning dawn sank beneath the tree line before his very eyes cut open, just in time to close as a slow blink as he would flow in reverse, and all you have done to him is entrap him in that which is you, which is him which left behind beyond that presupposed fragment. Covenant, you haven't yet realized that I am here, you claw throat that feed me. Covenant. I can't read that. We were... the weather was nice that day. End of transcript. What about the secret code? The Covenant did that. The Covenant basically killed the god. They changed their hand, and now we have another Imgur. You haven't realized that I am here, Angel. Imgur. Covenant. There is nothing to be said to impersonate a story that exists beyond my words. And that's end of transcript. The first link is I4LNRKF. Let's open up the second one before we move forward. So the first one we have is Angel. The reason for this, there is a reason for everything I do. I look at the picture and remember a numb hole in the blank, while I look at the thing on the surface of the table and blank. You already know I'm gonna keep this QR code open because I believe in one way or another. It's still just blank. It's still just entirely white. Like, there's nothing in this transcript. Like, all the redacted notes are not to be seen anywhere. As for the second one, I saw a picture of him because it was left on the table. The house was being cleaned and it had been left out of the table. I was going to the living room because my room did not exist. I wanted to sit down, but I had to go somewhere else. There was a Angel. Reason for this, there is a reason for everything I do. Look at the picture and remember a numb hole in the side of my arm or my leg or somewhere else, detectable by the attending wires of my spine. I don't think it hurts. Angel, while I look at the thing in the surface of the table, I would never be like him, or I would never be like him. Someone else. I would miss you, and it would be preferable to be silent, so we never talked. And the same here. Like, if I brighten this in Photoshop, it's not really gonna give us anything. That was the secret note here. And we don't have anything at the end, right? And the description just reads here: consequences of a life lived is the only space I had been able to tear away from the still breathing body within the picture that I love. And I look up and I call my brother, so please see me that the assumptions which paved the way to attack upon his only conviction, which he never shared with me, because he is selfish and never shared with me, because he don't think of me and never shared with me, because I am bleeding and I wouldn't hesitate. We have a couple more videos. We can go for sequence number 4, which is a fair subtitles. For God's sake, Stan, you fucking idiot. What about subtitles? There is no subtitles. What about transcript? No transcript available. What about this one? Subtitles, no transcript available. This one here. Subtitles, no transcript available. But we do have, straight from the get-go, we do have that. We're gonna keep it in our clipboard, so once the video is over, we can check it. They broke free. That's great. And that's the same, we saw that sentence before. It's like something to be loved, right? So what are they trying? Are they like breaking this place apart, or? And that was the horse we saw earlier. And that's the guy with the knife. Remnant of something. Horse. Oh, you're breaking them. You're literally... HTTPS, we got Imgur again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Shit, the wolf killed us. That's the angel again.
Violence as swiftly as possible.
So we're saving the Covenant. The wolf is actually... Oh shit, are we actually gonna kill the angel? The wolf is gonna save the Covenant. Dude! I believe the wolf has to save the Covenant by actually killing the angel. If we go for the first link here... Let's open up Imgur one more time. We already have the first link copied. Let's close down some of these tabs here. Our first link... You have no clue, not the slightest notion. They're all realizing everyone is missing. My throat is closing up, has been closing since birth. No sound emerges. No sound emerging, and I am silent. And so I say no thing at all. And somehow can you understand every step lightly when the light is running low. When something, the sound I am allowed. I think we gotta do it. You already know. Yeah, we only have like a human being in the background. As for our second, we had some text as well, right? Leave this place because I am not a consideration and I saw what was considered acceptable by those around me and who we had invited into our house so easily. And what she just done to that thing that lay bleeding on the carpet, and there was something I must have missed there, was surely something I didn't realize, because how could we have allowed this to happen and still continue with our lives and go to the stores we need to visit and talk to our friends and return home, stepping over a roadkill and seams in the sidewalk because we have something to go. And we did have some, oh, the message here, yeah, the remnant of a story that was told recklessly to someone who did not know the full extent of what we was hearing, and those unrelenting attacks upon everything. We must uphold servers, servius, or in our purpose so perfectly. As for secrets, we had an Imgur link when they were like tearing the guy apart. Guys, this is gonna take some time to fix, because what we have here is a flashing image. I surely hope you aren't epileptic. What I think we can do is we can copy the image and then we can kind of overlay them inside of Photoshop. If we take our first image and we take the second one and put on top, and all we have to do is just use a blending mode. Something like darken, dissolve, maybe lighten. We'll find a bitter blending mode. Find a bitter blending mode in order to read it all. Listen closely. Your family owns 3 dogs. In time they could come to own 2. They decide they cannot own 3. There is not enough food for 3 dogs. You can see your mother calling someone on the phone. In 3 hours, a woman arrives at the back door with a carpentry hammer. You can see her, oh, through the glass in the door. The dogs can see through the glass in the door. Your 3 dogs are excited. They are dogs and they love people. They love to see people. They love to play with people. Your family is standing behind you as the woman enters through the door. The dogs jump up on her in greeting. They are dogs. They love people. They trust people. She examines the 3 dogs, picking out the smallest one. It is jumping up and down on her because it is excited. It is a dog and it loves people. She bends down and strikes it over the head with the hammer. There's a crackling sound. The dog is disoriented. It tries to move back but cannot move its back legs. It is confused because it does not understand what ours and pinned to it. It doesn't know why it hurts. It is a dog and it loves people. It is crawling across the carpet, dragging its leg behind. It's crawling towards you and your family. The woman steps around. The other 2 dogs leans over and strikes the dog again on its head. Your dog dies in the living room next to the kitchen, next to the back door, without knowing why this happened to it, and the 2 dogs are sniffing at your dead dog. Confused, and you do not know why she did this. And you don't understand her or your family or anything but the dog on the floor who loved people because it was a dog. And you cannot believe what happened. You just allowed to happen. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I'm actually done. I think we have, dude, I really don't care anymore. We have like 2 more QR codes. We have 2 more. I'm done. I'm so done, dude. This shit. I'm so done. I'm actually so done. What if this is it? What if this is basically it, right? You know, what if it's the dog is the one? What if this person is a dog? What if they are a dog and they're running away and the wolf is the one basically killing the dog? That is so f***ed up, dude. That is so messed up. UMHS. I think it's set TM. It's, at this point, it's literally, you are loved by all that you destroy. And it's the, like, origami frog that we have seen, like, many times before. That is so messed up, man. Is anybody gonna talk about the Imgur link? Is anybody gonna talk about the dog? Anybody's gonna mention the dog or anything like that? Does anyone mention the dog? Anyone? Oh shit, yeah, right here. It's a dog and it loves people, dude. Jesus Christ, man. This is so screwed up. I just edited the 2 halves of the GIF so I could read it and now I feel physically ill, dude. Okay, I want to be done with this. We have 2 more videos left. I don't know if they are... they're YouTube shorts. They're not secrets. Let's go through this. Let's go through this. There's gotta be an easier way to, like, watch this. Hold on. I'm gonna install a Chrome extension real quick. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. There's a rotate button now. Yeah, dude! This is so cool. I got it. We got it. We actually got it. We have ASL again. We have ASL again. Think about it like this. The story exists as a physical span in time, segmented into 3 Wait, the story exists as a physical span of time, segmented into 3 something elements. It may seem as it starts and ends are single moments in opposition of the story, but the story is infinite. The story in itself is infinite. Single folding, something changing. Every position, every point's relation to the other life can only exist within these points, never beyond any termination thereof. Life then must render itself greater than an amalgamation of actions made within the system of related temporal points. Let me put this in terms you understand. The beginning is facilitated by the same object which comprises the present and the end, all mobile parts of a whole. These enabling forces are the stages upon which your artificial life takes hold. They are also the forces which dictate life's end. Not the biggest fan of endings, I see. That was the entire video. So this was just explaining the wolf, the birds and the bees, why you live, why you die. Is that it? This might be the most comprehensible conversation that takes place so far. I mean, this conversation is probably relevant in some way. I don't really know, like, the relevance of it. They show a piece of paper, like origami. It's just like the upside down in Stranger Things, where they showcase, you know, even though you put it together, you know. Yeah, as in the beginning is never the beginning and the end is never the end. So we do have one more here, which we actually have to rotate the right way. Epilepsy warning. This film contains flashing images which may not be suitable for photosensitive, and warning, this film is same thing. God, dude, I love secrets. I love secrets.
So enamored you were with the idea this would end. This would all come to some final conclusion.
Final conclusion!
All of your fighting, all of your pain.
Wait, so we're actually waiting for the final conclusion? We're waiting for the final video? That's the horse from earlier, right? We saw the little stick figure guy getting turned into a horse to basically help the Angel of the Covenant.
A means to an end.
A means to an end.
And recognition of the means themselves. Projector looping.
It's all going to...
And none will be the wiser.
Holy shit. So we're actually getting the end of Boisvert. What are all these secrets here? So we have pictures of this guy from earlier episodes, some text on screen. There is something that I cannot read here. Search with Google Lens. What does this say? And what more was there to be said? You were bitter. And I think it just like repeats after that. And then we do have some documents here that is like illegible text. We do have some light. You forgot where something. You forgot where something. We have another handwritten note here. If we can do search with, we'll do this and see if that gives us any kind of text here. The image displays the handwritten text, which is partially obscured by a black rectangle. The visible text appears to be a personal reflection or a passage from a narrative expressing feelings of a frightened... Can we like copy? What if we just copy text? It is nothing greater than what it has always been at most. Something just feels like it's been... It's a bad word. They just said it there. They never let the case at night. Something foresight. And I believe that might be the last hidden image that we have. So what this tells us is that it will all conclude in a final Boisvert video. We have spent the remaining 5 hours. The playlist that I got, I am not even kidding, as you can see up here. The playlist that I got with every single video uploaded so far, besides what we have seen on Instagram, is 1.5 hours. And it has taken us 5 hours to go through all of this. And I think I have said what I could say, that I believe that I understand some of the story. There's a lot more plot points that needs like a little bit more theory crafting on it, but I understand that we have a person who weren't loved, and there was an angel, they're Christian, they had a conversation with the angel. When they wanted to join the angel, they committed a sin, and once they are in purgatory, they are then tested, they are then judged by their actions, and the angel disappeared. Enamored you were with the idea this would end, this would all come to some final conclusion, all of you fighting, all of your pain, a means to an end, the end, recognition of the means themselves, endlessly, and none would be the wiser. And if you slow down the video, you can see a person who says it's all going to end soon. It's all going to end soon is room. And if you slow the video down, you can see a person who says it's all going to end soon. So if we go back to where he says it's all going to end soon.
A means to an end. And recognition of the means themselves. Projector
Here we see it's going to end soon.
looping on itself endlessly.
There isn't really a person in here.
And none will be the wiser.
And even if we have the final frame, I mean, we can try and take the final frame and put that into this piece of shit, dude. We're gonna put this into Photoshop. If we brighten this all the way, there is literally nothing. There could be something. Like someone in the comment section said that there was something, but there was nothing. That was Boisvert, and a lot of you guys have actually asked me to watch Boisvert, and I believe that that is every single thing they have uploaded, including their shorts. We do actually have this one here. We have watched Interlude. We have watched Burn Him. What about this one? Have we watched this? Yes, we did actually watch this earlier. What can I say at the end? The wall of text with the dog was like insanely unnecessary, like super unnecessary. I believe that Boisvert is an artist. The guy who made this, like this was cinema. This was insane. Like, all the different places we had to go through, all of the codes we had to crack, all of the things we actually had to do is insane. The only thing that was kind of hard is we had, what was it again? We had that one QR code. That one QR code in here that I, for some reason, couldn't crack. This one over here. This one, I couldn't really crack, but maybe someone else can do that in the future. Maybe if you watch this video, you may be able to find a way to actually do that. But personally, I really like what they're doing here. The story is incoherent, it's all over the place, but that's what's the beauty of it. Like, what they're making here is actually art. They're making art, and if you actually sit down and take your time to go through every video step by step, frame by frame, you can definitely make up the story in the end. There's a lot of different walls of text, there are different scriptures, there are different passages from the Bible. There is a lot of things happening here, but if you do take your time, if you do sit down and go through every single video, you can definitely make a coherent story. So, before we end off the video, as always guys, check out Boisvert, for the love of God. I'ma link them in the description. I'm also link the playlist. Do yourself a favor, check out this playlist, run it in the background. I don't know if they have advertisement on. They have a Patreon. I'm gonna support their Patreon so I can check the behind the scenes footage. They have a Patreon, guys. Give them some money on Patreon because they definitely deserve it. I'm gonna also link that in the description. So, 3 things right now. Check out Boisvert, watch their videos. Check out the playlist, watch the playlist. Follow or give Boisvert like a couple of dollars on Patreon. I'm gonna do that myself after this video is over here so I can check out the behind the scenes content. And I enjoyed this. I really don't like the dark wall of text, but I loved everything else. And this is pure art. Like, it's all over the place. And the music video, I really hope we can play the music. Otherwise, I'm gonna try and contact the artist so we can play the music. This was insane. I'm done yapping, okay? I'm done, guys. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what your favorite part was in the description in the comments below. And with that said, I will head out.